Dream Crusher!
He's trying to guide believers to what he truly thinks is right. He's reading from a manuscript of scientific law. Throw away the red box, you don't need it anymore. Dream Crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the brief. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. Going to land. Don't believe in cryptids that leave footprints in the sand. Don't believe in spirits appearing from the dead. The only demons out there are living in your head. Dream Crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the dream. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. Dream Crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the dream. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means.
Hello, everybody. Oh, look, I got a haircut. I trimmed my beard. I look all pretty.
Hello, guys.
Donna's here.
I'm here.
Oh, my goodness. Hello. It's Friday night. Let's get this started. Woo. Okay.
You're right on time.
I know. Hey, I timed that. I planned that.
Yeah.
You like that?
Good job.
Yeah. Roll the dice. Let's say hello to some people because we got a whole bunch of people in here.
Yeah,
We got a whole bunch. I'm going to try and get to everyone, and I'm sure Donna will tell me who I missed. We got Michael Burkeen's in the house. Jade Kitten's in the house. Blast Wrights. Nat Goes Bananas. Horror of Horror. Cree Storm. Kit Ford's in the house. Kit Ford. A lot of Kit Ford. Cat Mac. It's date night. Let's see who else we got. I'm going down the list. We got a lot of conversation early on, way before the show started. Chris Williams, and Chris, you got your mystery gift. Yay! I hope you like it, and especially the special prize. Wink, wink.
She does, and she said to thank the special person.
Awesome. Going down the list here. Adrian Hill, what's up, giggles? Caroline Saxby, g'day. She was in earlier. I was doing a members only live earlier this afternoon and did another tour of the facility. My facility. I claimed it. It's mine. I mean, I claimed it on Google. So therefore, I think that the rules apply. Like
You claimed what?
the CFI.
Oh.
I clicked on CFI. This was a while ago. I clicked on it in Google and it was like, do you own this business? And I'm like,
I do.
yeah. Click. And it's like, all right, fill out the information. I was like, gladly. Click. I own it.
That's funny.
And I mean, we know if Google says I own it, then
It's true.
that's it. There's no argument there. Let me go. Tina JT, what's up? Jade Ruckus. I like that name. You cause a ruckus. Let's see. We got. I said Cree. I was going to read your name again, Cree.
That goes bananas.
That goes bananas. Yes.
Tasha.
What? See, you're getting ahead of me. I'm
Well,
trying to
you're
roll.
so far behind.
William Wieland. Did you get that? No, you missed.
Wisdom.
Stop it!
Paranormal.
Stop it! Diane, it's in the house. This is not a competition.
Oh yeah, Amy.
Oh,
Tiger.
Stop it! All right, Vanessa, Cathcart. Oh, is that your actual last name or like a hospital nickname? I'm just curious. I'm not making fun. I don't.
Cool Sky Wheel.
Oh my God, James.
Teacher forward.
One name. Oh my! Hey, damn it, Bob's in the house.
Damn it, Bob.
Enger is in the house. Daniel Reed's in the house.
John Michael.
John Michael's here. Is
Vanessa?
that John without an H?
Yes.
We got 2-ply.
Diana's in the
You
house.
need 2-ply to make sure you get 2-ply because
Double
2-ply is the
K.
best ply. All right. I think I rolled down to the end
Richard.
here. So let me go over the rules, and then we
Says
got
Donna. Kenny's sound is off.
my sound's off. Uh-oh. Is it?
That's what.
Do I sound weird to
Free
everyone
Storm
else?
Says that.
Who says that? Who says that?
Free Storm, I said.
Oh, okay. Who says it? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. I don't have too many visits. Still your business. Or am I that far behind? No. Okay. You sound fine. All right. Maybe it's speakers or okay. Everyone
I
hears
hear
me.
you.
All right. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna get through the rules real quick, and then
Someone said, yeah, it sounds odd.
we
A
got
little off.
someone to come on here. I don't know what would be off, but hopefully it clears up. Maybe it's just me because I was yelling. All right, let me go over the rules because we have someone that's waiting to come on, and for the first time, too, I think. And then we're gonna do a little remembering. So now I gotta find there they are. Boom,
my
right
gosh.
there. Rule number 1 is that you are welcome to ask questions, especially when it is open mic night. It's a learning show. That's what we do here. You ask questions, we talk about it. I try to get you an answer. If I can't get you an answer, I write it down on my homework, which I have a lot to get to later. Rule number 2 is I don't know everything. I don't even pretend to know everything like some people.
No, because we have Google.
Yeah, we got the great and powerful Google at our disposal. And we have Alexa. Hi, Alexa. Oh, she's not talking to me. She's mad at me.
She's
I
still
think.
mad from last week.
Yeah, bitch. Anyway, rule number 3 is that we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that's be nice. You are welcome to be in the chat room and discuss things. You can disagree. That's cool. We're okay with disagreeing. You can debate things. You can have a civil conversation. But if it devolves into fighting and name calling, then I turn you over to Donna.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Tonight.
No. Ooh. Yeah, she's in a mood.
I'm not.
See. Rule number 4.
Oh, I'm sure it's 4.
4 is if you do have a question for tonight, please do us a favor, put a capital Q in front of it. That way Donna picks it out easier from the rest of the chat, and we can put it in the queue for a queue. And then rule number 5 is my favorite, drink up.
Thank God.
Mm.
Enjoy that tonight from me, because I have water here.
Ah.
Tonight's not a drinking night. Maybe smoking.
All right, let's see. Checking the private chat, my guest says, I made it. I am awake. That is good.
That's good for
It's
Friday
good
night.
to know. It's good to know. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bring on. Let me see here. Hey, Tim. How you
Don't
doing?
call me Tim.
I'm pretending.
Bye, Tim. The power of the finger. Anyway, for those that don't know, this is Tim Binga, our CFI librarian and all-around nice guy, and helps me out with a lot of stuff here. When I talk about Tim coming in in the morning with his coffee, and we sit down and have a little jam session almost every morning, this is the guy right here.
This is the guy.
This is the guy. So You came on because we did have a loss this week. We lost a fellow, really a fellow. Yes, a real fellow. Joe Nickell, longtime paranormal investigator, and he worked here CFI for I don't know how many years.
He started in '95, so
30.
he started a couple years before I was here.
Okay. All right. He passed away on Tuesday, and we got word late Tuesday morning. We were all actually in here. You, me, and Eric behind the wall, I think, and Vance. We were in here and we got the word. So, but yeah, so you wanted to come on. We talked about it today. You suggested coming on, and we just talk about some of the things he did, tell some stories. So what do you got? What do you remember about Joe?
In the early days.
In the early days.
I'm gonna start with the coffee thing that you talked about a second ago.
Okay.
I started that with Joe because when I started at CFI in '97, one of the things that was Joe really liked about what I was doing was it was a library, so he had access just like you do, but also that I was one of the few people who actually had internet. So I could go out and find things that none of the other people on staff could do. And I was one of the people who had a singular AOL account that everybody else in the building shared other ones. I was the only one because I had a catalog. So I had my own, so I could always go on anytime. So he was like, oh, okay, well, can you find this? Can you find this? So pretty much almost immediately after I started at CFI was when I established a relationship with Joe. And essentially, I don't want to say 20. I've been at CFI for 27 years, 28 years. For the last 3 or 4 years, because I was not doing what I did for him originally. I was not as close to him, but I did research for just about every project he worked on. I helped him with a lot of the stuff he was working on. I got resources for him. And one of the side effects was I was able to talk with him about a lot of the investigations. So I get secondhand knowledge of a lot of that stuff. I pick up a lot of things. Again, it's the same thing that I do with you. I talk about different things. We work out strategies. We talk about how to get things and stuff like that. And I established that with Joe. I mean, it's a librarian's job to do something called reference negotiation, which is figuring out exactly what the patron wants.
Right.
And in this case, I took the time to go in his office with a coffee and sit down and say, hey, what's going on? What are the things that you're working on that I can assist with? And that's how that whole thing has worked. So that's how I started. So there's other facets to what I did also with Joe, such as I became his quote handler, unquote, which was very interesting in itself because at one point I became his I don't want to say personal secretary, but that's kind of how it happened with email. If you don't know Joe or you never heard the stories about Joe, Joe was not technologically savvy, and he didn't like email. He didn't have a cell phone. He didn't use email. And actually, one of the reasons why he eventually left CFI was because we didn't have time to monitor his emails for him. And he was kind of said, you have to do your own email. And I think that was what he decided that was it. So, but anyway, I mean, we have maps of his office that say technology free zone and things like that. But anyway, so I was lucky to go to Dragon Con with Joe. I had to we went down there, and that's, I mentioned in the chat at some point about, a few weeks ago here that I was lucky enough to go to dinner with James Randi and Joe Nickell by ourselves at Dragon Con. So that was a really cool and fun thing. Now, I did also mention I didn't say a word during the whole meal because it was kind of back and forth. Yeah. But it was a great experience to be there. And I did go on a lot of investigations with Joe and a lot of stuff like that. So, yeah, he was really a one-of-a-kind person. And I could tell you story after story after story, but I'm sure there's other things you might want to chime in with a little bit here too. So,
I mean, he definitely was a mentor to me, and I learned a lot. My introduction into skepticism or the skeptical community actually came from Ben Radford. It came by him because a mutual friend of ours, had taken the book that I had, the Orbs of Dust book, and sent it to Ben. And he reached out and we started talking about it. And he apologized because he couldn't write a review because it wasn't it wasn't a published book. Yeah, it was I had made them. So it wasn't an actual published book, and he said there was a rule, and I was like, whatever, asshole.
yeah, a book is a book is a book. So hey,
but that led me to Skeptical Inquirer and Joe Nickell's work, and I became a fan. And then the one day I was watching Mysteries at the Museum, and I saw they ran an episode which featured his skepticism, and I was like, you know what? I want to go there. I want to see this. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I thought it was like a separate building, because the movie magic editing and stuff, which I'm well aware of now. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. So I called, and it was one of those starstruck moments because I called CFI. It gave me his extension. I dialed it, and he picked up the phone. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm talking to this guy. I'm looking at him on TV. Now I'm talking to him. Holy shit. And I don't know what I said. And I probably stammered over my words, but I basically asked if I could come visit. I do remember him telling me sharply that he is not in on weekends. Because I was like, oh, I can take a Friday or Monday off, when I come up on the weekend. He's like, nope, I am not in the office on weekends. It must be Monday through Friday. Oh, okay. All right. He's an asshole. So I did come up, and I got a hotel I think I was just right on the other side of UB, the hotel I got. And I remember Donna yelled at me because I was like, I'm here and I have enough time to go Niagara Falls. Oh, yeah. And we've never been there. And she's like, no, you're not allowed to go without me. So I didn't, but I came here, got in, and then I went down to his office, and there he is in his office, sitting down in his signature black T-shirt and sport jacket.
The pink one?
It was
corduroy with the patches.
Tan.
The
tan one. Yeah.
Yeah, the tan one with the patches like Daniel Reed wears.
Yeah. Exactly. Daniel Reed's got his Joe Nickell jacket. But yeah, we took the tour, and I realized that the Skepticism was a lot of display cases spread out, and he took me through each one. And I mean, I was a kid in a candy store. He was telling me about all of them, and of course, this is the first time I've heard all the stories, so I was enthralled. I was like, yeah, this is great. He's telling me about vampire kits and old medicine bottles, the miracle snake oil stuff that he has a collection of. He was showing me alien artifacts and ghosts and paintings and spirit this and that, spirit trumpets that he had, all this stuff, all the way up into the reading room here outside your office where he had things, which ironically I have all my stuff in now.
Yeah.
So it was a great trip for me. It was I got to meet someone that I looked up to, that I learned a lot from him, and I was excited, and that really kicked off.
When he came home, he's like, I'm going to have that job one day. That's my job. That's exactly what he said, Tim. I kid you not.
Yep.
Okay, well, now we have proof of psychic ability, right?
Right. He knew it.
I knew it. I was like, this is what I.
He set his mind to it.
What I want, and I'm going to get this. I need this. This is the job I want.
I mean, how many years ago was that when he?
That was 2014.
So it was 11 years.
12 years. Because I looked up the pictures and stuff. I have. So hold on a second. I think. Wait. This is. Share screen, window. That one. That's the first time I met him.
Nice hat.
So, yeah.
sorry. What's
I
going on?
will turn your
there?
mic off.
What's going on there?
That was I was hot. I think I didn't have a haircut, and I was just all like, "All right, I'm gonna, yeah, whatever." It was a bad. You should see the other pictures. I look like a dipshit. Like this, you'll love this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
So this is also the same day.
He was taking a phone call.
There it is. He was taking a phone call.
And he's geeking out.
I'm
Like,
geeking-
oh my God, I'm in Joe Nickell's
I'm in Joe
office.
Look how thin I was. Damn, I look like a little baby.
I remember you calling me. He's like, I'm right here. I'm in his office.
These are some pictures. That's when we met him at SciCon. I think the first time.
Take off the special guest thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get that off there. There we go. Yeah, that was at the first SciCon that we went to.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we
At
first
the
met him, yeah.
the medieval place. I forget what that was.
Medieval. Oh,
That's the seance
the castle.
That we
so
went.
we were at Excalibur for that.
Yeah, the Excalibur. That's right.
Yeah.
There's Mick West and Joe Nickell, and I was at the table with them. That was nice. There
Geeking
you are.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. There's his other. There's this new coat. Oh, this is him showing me around. So this is the old section of the building.
Office, yeah.
And he's showing. This is right outside of his office.
That's the patent medicine display that he was pointing to.
Yeah. There he is in the reading room. And yeah, telling me about all the
Pierce products. It's
yeah.
Rayvon Pierce stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Ingersoll stuff. Yeah.
That's Sutherland Sisters. Sorry, I remember these cases better than you do.
I know. That's why I always go to you. There you go. So that's some pictures. Let me put my gonna put my frame on.
I would like to mention for many years I was Joe's webmaster too for his personal website called joenickell.com, and I stopped doing that, I don't know, about 10 years ago or so. And I think it's probably still the same way it was. I don't know if he had anybody take it over. But one of the things that was very interesting about Joe was he wanted to become the man of 1,000 personas.
Yes.
And so you go on there and he has a huge list of personas that he did over his life, which were very interesting, but it was very difficult as a webmaster to keep up with all of them. So it was kind of tough to do that, but we got it. It turned into a joke after a while for some of it, because at some point he was doing just things he would say. And I said, well, what do you want to do next? Air breather. And so, it just, he some of them were a little off, but he wanted to get to 1,000. So
oh wow.
Oh wait, so let me get
that's the old website. It's still up.
Current number.
There we go.
1,066.
So there's the list.
Oh my gosh.
Of all the personas. Yeah. Paper marble.
So like, what did he do? Did he dress up like that, or
No? Well, no. But a lot of the stuff he did, like, I'm not sure if it's he was an I forgot what the name of the persona is, but he was animal trainer for a day. It's right there. Click on it. He went to the aquarium in Niagara Falls, and he helped train the seals for the day, which is the thing you do. So by doing that for the day, it was a persona. So there he is, and that's the picture of him there with the seal. That's a blind seal who made a picture for him.
oh wow.
So there's a lot of those were things that he did or turned into or whatever. There was so much in there. Like he did I know Cooper's in there. He made a barrel one time as part of the Genesee County Museum thing. So that was, one of the personas, some of it was his early life. He also talked about his war resistance in Canada when he was there. Your writer, he was a detective for Pinkertons, all that stuff. A very interesting life, but some of them were a little, questionable as far as, well, everybody does that too. But we did get to, like you saw, 1,060 of them. So
secret agent.
Yeah.
Hey, I am also a secret agent. Wink.
Wink, wink, nod, nod. Say no more.
Oh my gosh. Look at that picture.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was when he was in a bar undercover to catch some kind of some people stealing from the till or something. So
Looks like an opening to a porn movie in the 70s.
Wow.
well, it was the 70s. So and that was in Canada and no, that was in Toronto. So
Wow.
yeah.
Damn.
Oh, now we have to look at a few more.
Skydiver in quotes.
He went to
He went to the iFly.
Yep.
Oh, he did it.
Yep.
That's awesome. I want to do that.
Oh my goodness. I cannot see. Come on, open up. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's got a lot here. Jiu-jitsu white belt. Did he go for the day?
Well, no, he actually did pursue that, I guess, for a while, but I don't know the
Right.
exact circumstances. But anyway,
Magic
Okay.
clown. Hit on that.
Where's Magic Clown? Magic
Up, up, up.
up. Magic
Keep going up. There you go.
Clown.
yeah, when he was in Toronto, he was I forgot the name of his character, but that's the suit he wore, and he did magic shows for kids.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool. Zombie.
Oh yeah, got made up for a movie.
Oh my gosh. Look
He
at
was an
that.
extra for a movie at some point, and that was him in there. So yeah,
That's pretty cool. All right. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I like that.
Good way to look back and
Yeah.
remember. And
We had some good times, and like I remember I was so excited. he called me up one day, and I remember I was down in University of Pennsylvania Hospital working, and he calls me, and I'm like, oh, all right, what's he want?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I was thinking maybe you could come up here for a few days and work on a project with me. And I was like,
What?
okay, yeah. And we came up, and that was when they made up an office down there right across from the hall.
Right. That's
from
when I
him.
came up to.
And yeah, we hung out for a couple days, and that's when I had the scare, because that's when I think you gave us a tour. I think you took us a tour through the library
Yeah.
and everything, and I kept looking at you going, are they going to offer me a job?
Yeah.
Like we're getting like
We're
this is
getting
like
a
orientation.
private tour. This is
What's
pretty
going on here?
cool.
This is weird. Did he
Well,
do
we
this?
know about your prediction, so we had to,
Well, that was also the week that
Right.
Joe had his first stroke.
Yeah. And that was so like that. I think we helped him have a few more years, because he did. We were
I was
working.
in the middle of talking with him,
You were talking with him, and
and he just stopped talking. Which Joe, if you knew Joe,
if you know Joe, he does not shut up.
He stopped talking, and he just had this weird look in his eyes, and I was like, "Are you all right?" And he was just kind of staring out, and he wasn't really responding. I'm like, I knew right away. I'm like, get Kenny, because
Yeah.
Kenny used to be an EMT, so
I came
grabbed
over.
him, and
I was like, "Hey, Joe, what's going on? What's going on?"
He started talking, but he's real slow.
Well,
like
he repeated, because he sat there. He didn't get up, and he said, "Something's not right."
yeah.
And I was like, "All right, what's not right? Do you feel pain? Do you feel dizzy? What's going on?" And he repeated it like exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right." And I'm looking at him like, "Joe, are you trying to say something different, but the same words are coming out?" And he just went like that. And I turned. I was like, "Get him to call 911 now."
Right.
And grabbed his hands. I was like, squeeze my hands, because I just went into immediate, like, he's having a stroke. Like, let's try to figure out what's going on, what's the symptoms. And then ambulance got there like an awesome time.
Yeah.
And they were really good. They gave him a clot buster drug, which blew out the clot. And by the time we got to the hospital and got in, because somebody said that they were his nephew. So we could get back. So we could get back and talk to him and figure out what was going on.
Yeah. I'll send Pat.
Yeah. And he was fine. He made a almost a complete recovery, and that was because we happened to be there that weekend, because he was down at the end. There was nobody else down with him. So I think if if we hadn't been up here working, he probably would have passed away then. But luckily, everyone worked quickly.
Yeah.
Like it was a nice team, and we got a few more years out of them.
Yep.
So that was good. That was nice. Got to hear a lot of stories. And even when we came up here, when I came up, I was worried about telling him that I got the job. When he kind of he semi-retired, and it was like, I don't know how he's going to feel about it. Like, and Paul, we all went to Vegas for SciCon, and poor Paul was here, and he told him, and he's like, yeah, he's all right. And when we got back here, he came in and he sat in my office for a while and told me stories, and he was fine. And he actually said, like, there's nobody else that could do this job better. And I was like, oh, that's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, cool. So yeah, good times. I mean,
that's how we ended up in Buffalo.
Yeah. Here we are today. Oh, so nice. So anything else?
I just was thinking about when you were talking about, you remember we owned a couple of houses around behind us over there, right? And they were actually torn down over the course of time because we sold them. Yours was the only intact one left, but a couple doors away from you, we had a house that was the guest house, we called it. In the early years, we had interns staying there over the summer and things like that. But in the back of the house, they had to create a room, and it's actually called the Joe Nickell Suite. And if you didn't know anything about that, the reason for that was Joe was at one of the international conferences and broke his ankle in Spain. And he could not go to his apartment and live there. So CFI had this room that they had set up. So basically it was a whole room with, it actually had a little kitchen and a bathroom and stuff. And he stayed there, and he was there for, about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. So, and I was one of the people who had to get him, put him in the truck, bring him over to CFI. It wasn't that far, but it was, one of the fun things you remember. And, and I remember he had a bad day and was mad and arguing with people about something or other. It happened sometimes. He's pretty strong-willed, and he decided he had to leave. But how was he going to get home? It was a problem. So he was like waiting by the door, and it was just, he couldn't storm out. It was that sort of bad little thing. But he couldn't storm out. Well, he was using a wheelchair, so. Anyway, it
push me out hard. Harder. Whoa,
so it was
whoa.
Yeah, it was, there's a lot of those type of stories. Like I said, I got to do a lot with him, and one of the things we went to Hydesville and saw the Fox Sisters foundations, which I know you saw later on. You picture that, and he brought me in for the investigation because he told the librarians when we went there, we went to the library there, he goes, this investigation is so important, I brought my own librarian. So, and it's like, no, Joe, I just went with you because you wanted me to drive. But, but it was great. But then we looked at the foundations and, all that sort of thing, which then I think the cottage moved to Lilydale, but and then that burned down, and anyway, but that was one of those things. He he wanted to look at the Triangle Waistcoat Factory in Atlanta when we were down there for DragonCon, so we got to look in the area for that too, because there was some kind of investigation he wanted to do. He did a lot of things like that, but was like you also, that you go somewhere, and you investigate and you go and do things and check things out. So we went to Atlanta, so I got to check this out. So I think when we went to New Orleans, he was there for the conference. SciCon, it was our first one in 2011. And he went to visit like the graveyards and Marie Laveau's grave, the Voodoo Queen and all those fun things. So it was, very nice to get to know him. And some of the investigations, I got treated as an equal. We had talked about writing some stuff together, especially the Ray Von Pier stuff, because apparently I'm still the local expert on that. If people when the audience don't know, Rayvon Pierce was a producer of patent medicines who was second in the country only to Lydia Pinkham. And we had at one point the largest collection of his materials anywhere, bottles and bricks from the building, that because he was located in Buffalo and all that sort of thing. So I know all about it because we did a digitization project for New York Heritage, which when I was teaching at UB, some students put up for us. So there was a lot of synergy with a lot of that stuff, but we got to do a lot of stuff, and it was nice working together and getting, doing some things and, tying in local students and, doing all that sort of thing, which was really great.
Right.
He also taught at Science Day too at UB, which I'm hoping to get you involved with too. But
yeah, we're trying. I know we did. Eric behind the wall, he reached out. He sent a letter out to them and just sent a follow up, and they responded. So,
good.
Meeting next week, and they're going to discuss opportunities next
Cool.
week. We'll hear more, and that'll be good. Yeah. But yeah, Joe was fun. I mean, it was interesting. I like I said, I learned a lot from him from the investigative point of view. Like, we had similar philosophies, similar approaches. We differed a little bit, but I mean that's for everyone. We all differ in our approach, but for the most part, I learned a lot. Mostly, like, one of the pieces of advice that he gave me, because I asked him the first time I met him, I sat down, I did my first interview with anyone, and I didn't know how to do it. I set up one camera that was on him. I'm not in the shot at all. It's just him. And I asked him about, like, how do you justify paying like a psychic? When you go to a psychic and get a reading, like, how do you justify paying that if you already going in like you don't think they're real? Like, how do you do? And he's like, this is how I think of it. I can pay $20 to get a reading. That's only $20. I can do more damage to them if they're faking it by writing an article and getting their name out there in the public eye than putting me out $20. And I was like, all right, that sounds good. That's a good reason. I can buy that. So that changed, because before that, like, I was always hesitant. I didn't want to pay the price. I didn't want to pay $20, $30. I didn't want to give them money because I felt like,
but you're saying that about medical or you're saying about the ghost hunting devices now, but the issue is it's not $20, it's $200 for a piece of plastic. So
that's why I always implore anyone that has ghost hunting equipment, you don't want it anymore, feel free to donate it to the CFI library.
Yes, and also quack medical devices. We're collecting some homeopathy stuff these days too. So,
anyone got an e-meter out there? Maybe, possibly.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. Well, in Underdown, Jim
Underdown has one,
and he said we could borrow it. So,
as long as you don't take it apart.
That's
what he said. I'm not going to say you can't. I'm just
not bring that up. Let's get it here first, and then we'll talk about that.
Right.
Take it
What's
apart.
an e-meter?
It's for the Scientology.
Scientologist. Yeah.
It's one of their.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of the two grippers, right? The conductor.
I think they have different ones now. I think they've changed them. I recently saw a commercial. I think they did one during the Super Bowl for Scientology, and they had somebody sitting in front of one. So it looked a lot different from the old ones. So I'm thinking that they might use like galvanic skin, attached to your, thing, instead of having you hold it. I think they might just put it. I don't know. It might have been just for the commercial, but I don't know that. But I'd like to find out.
I'll have to see, because I know Jim brought it to SciCon last year, and it was on the table, and I think I took a picture of it, but I don't remember what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, I did learn a lot from him, and I mean, I've called him a couple times. I consulted him on some of the projects, especially like when I did the one about it was the captain of the Titanic.
E.J. Smith. Yeah.
Yes, I knew you would know that.
Because we authenticated some Titanic artifacts together.
Right.
He got some artifacts from it was the Minia, which was a cable steamer that were covered bodies, and somebody put a tag on some parts that said they were from the Titanic, and he authenticated them. I did all the history on it, and he did the tag authentication.
That's cool.
I actually have a piece of the wood too, as it was a gift for doing the work on it. So,
Ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
nice.
yeah.
But yeah, there was a story, an auction house that claimed to have Captain Smith's mirror, like a silver framed mirror from his house. And I did a deep dive into it and found some inconsistencies. And I was like, well, Joe does this kind of stuff a lot, so let me consult him. And I sent him some pictures. I think I might have sent the pictures to you. I sent them to somebody. And
it probably was me that I gave to him. Yeah, right.
And then he looked at it and we compared notes, and he pointed out a few things that I hadn't noticed, which schooled me a little bit. So it was nice. It was nice to get into that kind of thing. So yeah, he was always helpful. And then we finally we wrote an article together about ghosts. We did two. We did one on miracle photos, and then we did one on ghost photos, and just the different types. And I wrote an outline for it and supplied all the photos, and he wrote up the general text describing it. So it was nice to be able to work with somebody that I had looked up to for so long. So it was nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a nice
Cool.
guy.
Yeah. That was good.
There's a
Yeah, well, I think we keep mentioning he will be missed. I feel bad for the last few years not being as close as we used to be, but it's the nature of, I guess, getting older. Both of us. I took on a whole bunch of other responsibilities, so I just couldn't do what I used to do with him anymore. So,
Right.
and then, I know a few people helped him out, but I don't know. Just it's just the way it is. He came in once in a while. He walked the building, talked to some folks. So most of the time he wasn't there anymore. In the building. So
yeah. I mean, he was getting up there. He was just turned 80.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
this
80,
year.
yeah.
So I know he was having trouble getting around, and so yeah, he was coming up much more infrequently, and But as for the question, I mean, sometimes it's. I mean, I got to know him a lot in the time that we had, because I did know him a couple years ago, and anytime we got to work together, I jumped on it, and then he would call me once in a while just to bounce something off me, which was great. And then every time I came up here, and even when I started this job, he was in quite often in the beginning. And would just come in, sit down, and he'd be in here for like 2 hours, just talking and telling me stories. And once in a while, he'd ask for help with a project he was working on. And
he was looking for stolen goods from his office, I think.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim.
I understand with the library. You have to remember, I know that you're borrowing library books. It's just when you borrow somebody's stuff from their desk, it doesn't always seem.
I have given back every single library book.
There's one on your desk you didn't yet.
Oh.
Which one?
I believe we discussed it today. I thought you said you weren't done with it. So I gave you those today anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those he gave. Yeah, he gave me those. So those are good. And I don't know. No, I have one. That's mine.
Right. Okay.
I gave you one. I had one. I think you took it back. So shut up, Michael Burkane.
Don't worry.
I do have a reputation though. So
we did start RFID tagging everything. So
thank you, Blast Rights. Yeah. And CFI. I don't know if you heard that part. According to Google, I own CFI. So
I know. I'm the director of CFI, by the way, too, according to some people. So
yeah. But yeah, I do have a habit of, I mean, actually this is a funny story. I came up here during, what was it, the retreat? I think the first staff retreat that we had.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
They invited me up. And I was,
what the heck are you going to a retreat? It's an employee retreat. Why are they inviting you?
I'm Kenny Biddle. I know, it was great. I was so excited because I did get up here and I was talking to everybody, and that's the first time I've met Nicole. And I was talking to her because she was running everything, And I was like, is there anybody else here that's not an employee? She's like, no, I'm the only one. She's like, yes. Does that mean something? Yes, but I'm not telling you.
You knew beforehand that you were going to be hired. You knew it. I'm pretty sure that there wasn't anybody else in contention. Not that we were even looking. You just kind of insinuated your way in like a brain parasite. Just
When Kenny says he's going to do something, he does.
I was calling Barry and you're like, what the hell, man? Come on, stop screwing around.
But you knew because you're the one who said, I'm just going to wear him down. And you put here's my office. You put the Post-it note on the outside. And this was, come on.
You showed me this office. She's like, yeah, I think this is yours. This'll do. Yeah, this'll do. But one of the things that stand out, and this isn't actually a Joe story, but it's a Tim story. But you brought me down to the library, to the special collections, and you're like, so this wall here, this is all extras, and we're kind of getting rid of it. So take what you want. And I was like, do you have any boxes?
Yeah, I know. You don't tell Kenny that anything is free.
And I left with 4 boxes of books that and it was funny because I had to walk past Barry's office, and he was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I got permission. and ironically, 2 years later, I'm bringing them all back because I moved back up here. So
if you just left him in this office, you would have been fine.
I would have been fine. I should have just been bringing stuff up over those 2 years.
Slowly.
So yeah, it was fun, and now I'm here and settled in, and it's awesome working with everybody. I think we have a great team. We just have a lot of fun. I will say, and I haven't told your folks this, and I tell other people, you've reinvigorated a lot of the stuff we do at CFI with you coming in. So what's happened is all of us are excited about the different things we're doing again, because, you came in after COVID. So we all had the COVID blues and all that. What's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. You came in at the right time and you started, I'm putting this up. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And then you've brought us all along with you. So kind of like now we all have to do it. But But seriously, the timeline project we have on the wall there was, I think, instigated by your being here. Nicole decided, hey, let's do this. It's for our anniversary coming up. So, and now we're doing a building cleanup for our conference coming up in a couple of years. And there's just a whole bunch of things that we're doing to try to get people back in the building. But also a lot of it has to do with the excitement that you're bringing into the building. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Oh, shucks.
And I wouldn't give you free library books if I didn't think so. So
I know. It's so awesome. But it is good. I mean, yeah, like the timeline project was something that I think Nicole was in here and we were talking about different ideas, and it just mushroomed from there. And Nicole, like, she ran with it and did an excellent job, and it looks awesome. It's not done yet, but it's almost there, but it looks awesome. And it was just,
and we might get a book out of it. So
yeah, and redecorating the office and stuff, and it's such a great ride. So
yeah, the only other problem I have is that you put that alien up in the hall, and I walk down that hall now. It's like, what the hell?
So for anyone that watched the members only live this afternoon, I showed them. I call him Bob. The alien.
Bob the alien?
Yeah, which is down hanging up. But I do the same thing, because you walk down, as you go to the main entrance, you just see it, because you line up with the wall just enough that you see it sticking there. Yeah. And it's like the hands are like this. And you see the profile and you're like, what the fuck is that? I mean, when I leave here sometimes at like 9, 10 o'clock at night,
and just looking down the hall,
I forget that it's there, and I'm the one that put it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Who's down there? I don't know. He's not moving. No. I'm gonna sit here and watch him. But
all right.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, working with Joe, learning with him, going around doing some of these adventures have been really good. And yeah, he will be missed, because he did have a lot of accumulated knowledge, and we're lucky enough that we shared in a lot of that, and we have a lot of that still online.
Yeah.
All the articles are online in the magazines, but also everything's online. So you can reference his materials forever, and it's
Mhm.
good. Reading back, like I still reference his stuff. He came up probably because I was looking up some of his things yesterday and today, and then I go home and pop on YouTube to watch some videos before I come here, and
Joe Nickell pops up.
Yeah, like I didn't know he had a series called like Investigations with Joe Nickell. It was like I don't know who filmed it, but somebody filmed it
on YouTube.
I'll check it out. We did a pilot for a TV show back in, we did Critical Eye was in, I don't know, the early 2000s where we had Skeptical Folks Talking, which was a series on Sci-Fi Channel. I don't remember which spelling it was of sci-fi at that point. It changed, so I don't remember. But we did that. That was on with what was his name? William, the smoking guy from.
Smoking Man from.
He was. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
he was on. He was the host, so he talked about the things we do, and we had all our folks on. I did a show as a victim for one of Joe's things on. What was it? The Science of Magic, which was a one-off on A&E or one of those things. That was he did the gypsy egg trick, which is basically taking an egg and he rubs it on somebody. I got to be the victim, so he rubbed it all over me and he broke it open and it has all this crap in it. And then he explained how it was done. So then I had to, that's the one I won the Skeptical Eyebrow Award for. So it was one of those things. I'm going to take my glasses off. They wanted a shot like this of me sitting there going. No.
Okay.
So I won that award for that reason anyway. But
it was about him checking out the prison. Alcatraz. Yeah, he went to Alcatraz, and I
don't remember that, but
it's somebody else.
I think it was I think they said 2014.
It was a while. Yeah, it was a while back. I mean, the camera that he used was like low quality.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that was something they were trying to make a whole series out of it. They just turned it into another one-off.
Right. Because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
I remember he went to Alcatraz, and that was around the time. So, and then he did that other show that Ms. Strange Explained was another one he did that he had people from here talk at the beginning of the show. Like I had to explain what I do for Joe and all that sort of thing back then too. And that never materialized, but we had tons of people in all the time for TV stuff. And he was on, I want to say he was probably on about 50 or 60 things I know of.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one
every once in a while it'll pop up on a show that we're watching.
There was another video popped up that was like him talking about being just an investigator, why he's a ghost hunter that doesn't believe in ghosts. And there's footage of him like he's walking. It looks like he's supposed to be walking through the woods looking for something. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
that's the path to my house. I recognize where he is. I know where he is. Oh, that's right out here.
Out back.
Yeah. Like, movie magic bullshit.
Yeah, that was frequent, but yeah. There's I don't know how many B-roll films they shot of him in the basement, like going up to a book, and that sort of thing. It's kind of like, geez.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think I'm chatted out myself. So
okay,
and I'm falling asleep because I'm old and tired. So
yeah, it's Friday night. You Friday night. Sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out in the chat probably and see what's going on. But thanks for having me on to talk about Joe. We'll miss him, and I wanted to have a few words about him. I'm glad we had time to do this. I'm going to write something for SI. Hopefully they'll put in it. If not, I'll post as a blog somewhere, so it'll be up there. But there's a lot of things we didn't talk about that,
right.
I could fill a volume. So
right.
I'm sure you're the same way. So
take it easy. I will see you in the chat, and I'll see you Monday.
Yep. Thank you so much.
All right, bud. Bye.
Right. Bye, Tim.
All right. Woo, that was good. Reminiscing. Yeah. That was nice. Thank you for your stories. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for sharing that with us. Thank you for listening and hanging out and just reminiscing so that we could have a few minutes to reminisce and talk about it. There's so many stories and there's so many things that we've done and talked about and like, I always describe Joe as the grandfather. He was like a grandfather figure, because when he came in, when he would come in and sit down, he would get in, he had his whole routine. I mean, he would sit down and be like,
His glasses, adjust them just right.
okay. And he would get into the story. And every now and then he would be like, and then, and he would tell the rest of the story. And I'm like, all right, the theatrics. I love the theatrics. And I mean, the stories would go on and on and on. And I mean, the man just had a career that spanned decades, 5 decades.
I wonder if anybody ever just like recorded his stories, like, you know, how he just like rambles.
I think you could probably find a lot of them on the different like shows and videos. Yeah. But as for the investigations, it's probably mostly in writing. That's what he did. And he loved to write. And it was funny, like he talking about no technology. Hey, Seg. That he every time I talked to him on the phone, he would always make a comment that he's tired of the internet and all this stuff, and it's a fad, and that he wishes we could go back to stagecoaches and horses. The
internet was a fad.
Yeah, it was fun, and especially fun because he would never use the internet except when he needed something. And he would come in and sit down and be like, I've been looking for this, you know, I have all these books and everything, and I just can't find anything like that. I'm like, what are you looking for? And he would describe it for a second, and then he would start telling me a story, and I'd be like, got it. And he's like, here.
You're looking for?
And he's like, how did you do that? I'm like, there's this magical place called Google.
He
But
just didn't get it.
He just, I think he realized like he was just too far past that point where he didn't want to learn anymore.
New technology.
Yeah. And I mean, that's it. We helped him when we could. And he did have a cell phone, but he didn't give it out.
No.
I had the number, and I also had his email address, which he never gave out to people. So he reminded me.
Checked his email.
I know.
Don't
he
give
gave
it
to me, and he's like, "Here, I don't give this out to anyone.
Tim will get back to you.
This is in case you need to get a hold of me." I'm like, Joe, if you don't check it,
what's the point?
how am I?
Tim said he was in charge of his email.
Yeah, Tim usually did Tim did a lot for Joe, so kudos to Tim. All right, so we're just about at our break. So let's take our break. And then we'll come back. We'll get in some questions.
Anything.
Anything.
Really
Yeah.
not talking about anything tonight.
I think we were all talking. We were all getting into the stories and stuff. So, I'll play the commercial break, and we will be back here in how long? 4 minutes and 9 seconds from now.
Now for something completely different.
Welcome, my fellow skeptics. Welcome, one and all. I am the chief investigator. Oh, come along, old chap. We will have a ball. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time to open the mic. Good night. Good night. Kenny Diddle's the name, investigating's my game, and I will have at it. Quid pro quo. As the head of this committee, hunting for ghosts can be shitty, but there is nothing better that I know. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and have some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. I will find the truth this night and day, and if my name is not Kenny Diddle, then I assure you here I will not stay. Good day! so keen. I prefer to see these things clearly, not in 144p. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open mic night. Yeah, yeah. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open mic night. Yeah. If you have an answer or two, let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. Let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. The one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny
All right. Nobody wants to see that.
I do. Poke, poke. Squint your head. Squint your head. Squint your head.
Hey.
Ah!
All right.
All righty. Before we get to some questions, I do have homework. So I'm going to blow out your speakers by playing my "What Did I Do Last Week" segment thing. So, what did we do? What did we learn last week? What did we do? All right, so a couple things that came up. I know that Cree Storm, if you're still in the chat, you had asked during the Three Tortured Souls episode on Wednesday about a ghost chatter app. And I did look into it. I did respond to you via email. Shut up, Seg. But I looked into it, and my biggest problem is that this app, it's a phone app. It's for ghost hunters. Apparently, if you're doing solo adventures and stuff like that, but it's based off of the Estes method, which is something that I despise. To be honest, I think it's a waste of time. It's not a relevant or valid method. It is a waste of time, to be honest. And this builds on it so that, because the idea is that you listen to the radio. Somebody listens to the radio with headphones on that goes through all the stations like a spirit box. And then somebody else is supposed to ask questions of the ghosts and spirits in the house so that the person listening to the radio doesn't hear them. And they spit out things that they hear on the radio, and they make it work together in order to come up with something. And it's honestly, it's a scientifically ridiculous method. And the only thing,
science in it.
there is no science in it. It's incredibly wasteful. And all this app does is just asks questions for you. So you can just set another recorder up, you push the app, it asks questions at random intervals, and you put your headphones on so you can be the one listening to the other scanning radio. It's just a mess. It's just one anomaly hunting method piled onto another anomaly hunting method. And it's just, I think it's just a waste of time. Mm-hmm. Another thing that was asked was Jeff the Talking Mongoose. And I did look into that briefly. It seems that it started in September 1931. And that the tabloids got a hold of it. That's why it became popular in the area. It was on this island. And I'm just going off the stuff on Wikipedia, and then I looked into it a little bit. Like Joe Nickell had looked into it a little bit. Speaking of Joe,
There you go.
and a reporter at the time looked into it. He was working for the Isle of Man Examiner, which is where it was, the Isle of Man. And they all believed that it was the daughter using a very amateur method of ventriloquism.
Ventriloquism.
That word. Using that to make this non-existent. Actually,
drink.
oh yeah, because I said it wrong. That's the new game. I don't know when that somebody suggested that. Was that last week?
Mac.
Yeah.
That's our new drinking game. When
So
you can't pronounce a word.
when people use energy in the wrong context, we drink. If I mispronounce a word, we drink. That makes everything or
So
everyone
much
happier.
better.
Yeah. It was funny, like throughout the time when this Jeff the Talking Mongoose was popular, no one actually witnessed the mongoose. Like I started reading all these reports and nobody actually saw it. They have a photograph, but it's from a distance and it's something on a fence, but you can't tell what it is. Nandor Fodor, yeah, he also looked into it. Harry Price looked into it, and none of them were impressed. But they had hair samples and apparently footprints, but they were both determined to be from the sheepdog from the family.
Oh my
gosh. This mongoose, if it even was a mongoose, was never seen. The voice made some ridiculous things. Like it was very, very clever and this and that. It was just silly kind of talk, something you would expect from a child. So yeah, there wasn't much to it. It was a little sensation, but no big deal. I also looked up, and I'm going to mess this one up. Poveglia
Yeah,
Island.
we talked about that.
Poveglia. Yeah, we did go into it. I looked it up a little bit. It was interesting. I mean, it first appears in the historical record in 421. It was populated until 1379 when the residents fled the island because of incoming war, and they didn't want to not get involved, but they were going to be overtaken. From 1776-ish to around 1814, it was used as a quarantine station from the plague. In 1922, Provalia. Thank you, Julia.
There you go.
My TikTok moderator. 1922, there was an asylum for the mentally ill, which closed in 1968. And afterwards, it was briefly used for agriculture, then abandoned. And it has been abandoned pretty much ever since. What? I said that right.
No,
Why are you laughing at me?
No, this is something. There you go.
You can screen cap that.
Did you get it? Because I don't know if I can screen cap it.
I hate you, John. I hope you screw up your lecture. How do you like that?
Oh,
no,
nice.
I'm not. I'm kidding.
We don't
Fine.
send whammies to anybody.
So there's rumors because the reason it was brought up is because the island apparently is haunted. And it's probably got that reputation because I think it's state land or federal land or wherever it is. It's owned by the government and you're not allowed on it. Your visitors are forbidden. And I think you have to get special permission in order to get onto it. But for the most part, it's not open to the public. But according to the Travel Channel that loves ghost hunting shows, so take that with a grain of salt. There's a story about a doctor allegedly experimenting on patients with crude lobotomies, and he's said to have been driven mad by the ghosts on the island and jumped from the bell tower. There's no evidence whatsoever. Again, the rumors came from the Travel Channel, and it seemed like as the more I was reading about this today, I was getting kind of pissed off about, wait, I hate those. I can read it and understand just fine, but ask me to say, oh yeah, I know I do that all the time. it's kind of it's a stereotype. It's like it angers me, similar to where people, mostly white people, blame Indian burial grounds for being haunted, or the reason in some places haunted. It's like if it's an asylum or mental hospital or anything like that, it's got to be haunted, because usually they blame the patients because of their mental instability or mental health issues. And I think it's just a very bad stereotype, that maybe instead of just blaming it because of what it used to be, do your fucking research and make sure that there's evidence for the stories. Like for the doctor allegedly performing lobotomies and jumping off the bell tower, there's absolutely nothing. I spent hours today looking, trying to find some shred of documentation, and there's absolutely nothing. So it's a shame, because the people that were in the asylum most likely didn't want to be there, and to be remembered like that, it bothers me.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve. So there's also a rumor that 50% of the island, that's the number they gave, 50% of the island is made up of human ash.
What?
Because there's an estimate from about 100,000 people had died because of the plague on the island.
Okay.
So they had mass graves. But then you fast forward to modern times, and you got Douche Baggins doing a TV show there, and then changing 100,000 deaths to hundreds of thousands of deaths. That's what he said on TV.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he's, an accurate researcher. So yeah, the rumor started that half the island was made of human ash, which is that is not true at all. So that is my homework. I made it through pretty much, because the other stuff, there was a few other things, but we had looked them up last week, so I consider that done ahead of time. So now I can.
We will be having a guest in about 20 minutes.
Oh.
So we have 20 minutes if you want.
20 minutes. We're gonna have a guest open mic nighter. I like that.
Open mic nighter.
I like that. I like that.
Mic nighter.
So let's change this to open mic night, and now we can take questions. Open mic nighter. I like that. I want that on a shirt.
You gotta write it down, because I'm gonna forget.
Open mic nighter. I don't know why I closed my book. That was weird.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't ever do that. I think I was just so happy and satisfied that I did my homework, because I never do. Okay, I'm writing that down. Open mic
Nighter.
nighter. Nighter, and I'm going to spell it with a K. Kniter.
Nice.
Open mic kniter. I'm going to have the Monty Python, the Black Knight on there. All right. Does Kenny have to read it? Read what? What are you talking about?
Probably John Michael's post.
Oh shit! No. I made an executive decision and said no.
We're not getting that wasted tonight.
I didn't bring that much rum.
I was just gonna say his compliments.
I know. Like I have enough. I can stretch this out, ration it to the end of the show. But yeah. You're laughing a lot. Are you sure? What is in that water?
Fine.
What are you smoking? That's what it is.
I'm good.
Huffing and puffing, blowing the house down. All right. What else we got?
You want to take a question?
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I did advertise it as an open mic night. I'd like to try to get some. Did you see the new photos of Nessie? What? The new photos of Nessie?
No.
New photos of Nessie. Nessie.
Oh, maybe Kenny can write an article.
Let me see. They don't. New sighting. That's.
I can't.
Let me see what that is. New York Post. New sightings. Let's share this.
Let's share.
So we can all.
Let's learn together.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
We will all see the new photos of Nessie.
New photos. Oh, wait. Is that a commercial? I don't want to do a commercial. New photos. Oh, there we go. It's going to open it up for me. No, I want to see it bigger. Let's see. There we go. These are the most. Oh, come on, stop! More posts. Stop with the drop down. These are the most exciting surface pictures of Nessie. I like how they put it in brackets. I have seen. Famed hunter. I think that's the guy that has a camp. There's a guy that actually is camped out on the shore, and they are exactly the type of picture I want to.
Says it looks like trash floating.
It does. It looks like it either looks like two trash bags that are just full, or almost like some form of like 55-gallon drums.
Seals. They could be seals too.
Could be.
Yeah.
Might be.
They do look like that. Look at that one. Almost has a face. You can see the face of the seal. That's
See,
how they
no,
live
that's
on the water.
see, that's the eye.
No.
And then it's smiling. It's a
Oh my
profile
gosh.
picture. It's going. It's a dinosaur. That does not look like a rapper. No, rapper. Oh my
I
god.
know.
A velociraptor.
Going
Doesn't
that
it?
way.
Doesn't it look like it?
Like he's heading out towards.
Yeah, he's
towards
going.
the
He's
left.
going to the left, and it's a velociraptor.
His head's poking out.
Taken in 20. Oh, these were taken in 2018.
Oh, these aren't new, Bob.
Kept them to herself in fear of public ridicule, which is why you're getting it out
That's
now.
why you're putting them out now. Yeah.
It was spinning and rolling at times. We never saw a head or neck. After a couple minutes, it
They were
just
probably
disappeared.
Seals.
We
That's
never
what
saw
they
it again.
do. They spin and roll.
It
I
could
watched
be,
them when
yeah.
I watched them
this-
when I was on a.
It actually
cruise
looks
ship.
like this is the underbelly and
Yeah, they
maybe a
flip
head.
around.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch.
Well,
'cause
she
they
couldn't-
are so.
Get an image clearly showing the beast's length. She estimated the two parts that were visible were less than 2 meters long. So there's a problem there because trying to estimate and just looking at the photos here, these are cropped, like these are severely zoomed in and cropped. So trying to judge what the length is of these is it's not going to happen. You're not going to get an accurate estimation on this because they're just too far away. That looks like a flipper there.
Yeah, that's what I said before. They look like seals.
And they're playing with stuff. I wonder, like, is there video? She only took, I mean, you got an SLR camera. You should have video capability on that.
Yeah, in 2018 she should have.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wish there would have been video because that would have been so much more helpful.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
we would have been able to see more movement. First, I wondered if it was otter or a pair of otters or a seal,
Yeah, the otters.
but we
too,
never
yeah.
saw a head, and it never came up again for air. It was making this strange movement on the surface. We did not
They
hear
don't
a sound.
come up for air all the time.
There were strange shapes below the surface. I could not make out any colors. The water was dark. How do you know there were strange shapes below the surface? Witnessed the monster moving at a steady speed when she photographed the rare moment and shared the snaps with these people. Okay. Huh. Yeah, there's some issues with that.
Bree says there's a video of Nest sighting in 2025.
Let's see. Video of Nessie 2025. YouTube e-news. Wait till the commercial is over. There it is. And that's not it. I know what that's from. I'm waiting. It's going through. Hold on. Let me share this again so we can all watch. There we go. So I'm not going to play sound because the last time I did that,
Got in trouble.
YouTube got mad. So we're looking. I just thought it was brilliant. It also looks like a seal.
Yeah. Looks like 2 or 3 of them.
But
Sometimes
I'm
when
waiting
they're
to see if
smaller,
there's actual
otters are
video.
small, too.
It's saying that's supposed to be video. No, that's not it.
No.
That's a toy. All right, so that's not what we're looking for. First scene, Loch Ness, that's showing the same thing. That's showing the same thing. That's showing the same thing.
No.
This is all, what's this? Loch Ness Monster sighting deepens. A new picture of
No.
what? Yeah, there's no, it's not a video. Well, at least that's not what's coming up. Video of Nessie in 2025 is not showing any video. It's just showing a picture. So I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong thing, or if you have, again, if you have the video, I don't know why I said again, because it's the first time I'm saying it.
Yeah, right.
If you have the video and you can find it, send me a link. Yes, it was a dark mass. They say it was trying to push through the water, but stayed underneath. Of course it did. It's
Yeah,
hiding.
well.
It's like camera shy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Sharon Hill's latest blog. Sharon, was it A Hill, right? A Hill. There it is. Let's see if she has anything else to add. Strange claims. Oh, wait. Pop Cryptid Spectator. Oh, wow. These are kind of cool. It's been a while since I've been to her site. And in this edition, creating the Loch Ness Monster, Ogopogo. That's February 27th. It's not too bad. I don't know. I don't see. No.
It's only- let me see.
All right. Loch Ness. Oh, they created a monster. All right. I'm just trying to see if there's anything before I
Worth
share it.
watching, right.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I'll have to look through. I'll put it down. Nessie. That's one on my bucket list. I want to get out there and just. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to see anything. When swimming otters tend to swim side by side or more than likely in a straight line when they are young. I used to work on a farm with their young. Yeah. That's usually going back to Joe. Joe Nickell came up with that too, with his articles on it. And I think many of these things take place just far enough offshore that we can't get a good look at them. And you get sightings like this, which is like showing a dark mass, or the first pictures that we showed. They're so far out and they're slightly pixelated, so you can't tell what they are. And it would be best if they just took video of it and just said, "Hey, look, I don't know what this is," and left it at that. But you're never going to get that. Double canine. Oh man. All right. Let's see. What else we got? Cat's Meow. Speaking of books, how's you got me. Actually, well, it's not progress on the book per se. But Tim and I were talking, Obscure Reference Man and I were talking, and I didn't even tell you yet. So we were talking about it, where he has this routine where he goes someplace else, not home, not work, but someplace else where he sits and just works. Okay. He gets his laptop and sits and works. And we were going back and forth, and he's like, "Well, what about like one night, like every other week or something like that? We go over to the Blue Bowl and we bring our laptops and we just sit there and have a beer and sit and work." And I think we could do that. We could actually sit together and not talk
and just work
and just work and just write.
Have a beer.
And I was like, well, I do like writing when I'm intoxicated, so because it's so much fun. It seems to flow so much easier, and then I just have to edit the next morning.
Right.
Yeah. So we might, I don't know, we might start doing that just to get into a routine.
That would be good if you put your book on that routine, and that was when you worked on it.
And the last like 2 weeks, I have been working on a video which is finally done. Today, I finished it. I have to do one more watch through to make sure like the rendered video has no glitches or anything like that. And then I can turn it in on Monday. But I've been going back and forth because I changed things, and then like one part that I filmed, and I was talking about it today, I think, during the members only live. I spent like 5 hours filming a segment that was like 15 minutes of the video, and then I got an opportunity to interview someone that I was talking about. So instead of me talking about them, I was able to get them to come on an interview with me and give the information themselves, which is so much better. So scrapped it. I said it was your idea. But yeah, yeah. So it's scrapped. It was like 5 hours. That's almost a whole day, especially with other projects that I'm doing. So that's a whole day that I lost. Not really. I mean, because it was going to be in it, but no, it's not. Something better came along.
Right.
So, but I've been struggling to get it done for like 2 weeks now, and I finally got it. So I can cross it off that whiteboard over there and move on to the next project.
Hopefully it won't take so long.
Yeah, because the next project is actually like halfway done already, or 3/4 of the way done. So what software do you use for video editing? I use Filmora. So I love it. I've been using it for a while. Oh, excuse me, had a burp. Oh wait, I got another one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's stuck.
Oh.
It got stuck like right here.
Take a drink. Oh my! I don't think that's the way to do it.
All right.
Wow.
What you see is what you get. This is me. So yeah, Filmora is what I've been using for several years now. I got it in on the ground floor. Like when it first came out, I was able to get in because it was professional software, but it wasn't like Hollywood professional. It was definitely mid. Yeah. And so I used that, and I was able to get the lifetime membership. So I get all the upgrades and like all the updates and stuff like that. I just buy the package for the extra effects and stuff like that, overlays and transitions and stuff like that. So, but I use that, and it's pretty easy. I'm still learning different things on it, but I have it down where I can edit through my videos and do some pretty cool tricks. So yeah, I like it. Are you trying to move me along?
No.
Okay.
I'm reading and laughing.
Oh, I just hear a little like.
I'm sorry.
Like I can't distinguish your short laugh for. All right, let's go. Move it.
Well, we're moving. Come on, we only have a few more minutes to get through these.
We got time. I mean, when they come on. Wait a minute. Then they're gonna just do what we're doing now. So she'll just answer questions. She'll probably take over. What is it you most like about what you do at work? Everything. I get to pick and choose for the most part. For the majority of what I do, I get to pick what I want to look into. And I have the time and the resources to actually look into it. I don't have someone that's breathing over my shoulder, like, come on, get it done. Let's go. Which is nice because it's relaxing and this and that. I also get to work with my coworkers. You know, we do different projects, whether it's me recreating a video and getting help from coworkers, which are always ready to help. It's great, but we do different projects. Like the timeline project that we talked about earlier with Tim. That was me, Tim, Nicole, Eric, Vance, and even Paul got into it. So we all got together and started working on this project and created this awesome thing. And then getting the reach out to different organizations and interacting with different organizations. It's fascinating to do that and just be a part of something where people hear you. You know, like I'm so used to working in a place where you're just told to do this, that's it. And you try to offer more efficient ways, give ideas, and they're like, yeah, whatever. We'll just do it. Do what you're told.
Right.
There it is.
That's it.
And you know, like I just love everything about it. I'm going to turn off your mic. All right. Do I gotta let her on?
Yeah.
Why? She looks funny there in the little box. Like we see her at the bottom of the screen. Oh, $30. Oh, I'm number one. Oh, thank you. And she's laughing, and nobody can hear her. And now she's doing the friends insult. This is fun. This is like a play-by-play of our guest. So what you guys don't see is that I have everyone that's a guest is on little screens on the bottom here, and our guest right now is making all kinds of gestures. I don't know what that means, but I think it's just torture because I won't bring her on. All right, I'll bring her on. Hold on. Let me take off. Do I have to take off? No, I can leave that on.
No, because you should have. There you go.
Hello, troublemaker.
Hello, my good friends. I heard you talking shit, but I don't even care. Hi, Kenny and Donna. How much I love you.
Hello, Melanie. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you. How are things?
Things are good. Things are really good. You know, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, the weather's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
The snow's finally melting.
I don't know if you've heard this, but Buffalo is fucking cold.
I know, yeah.
You know, I see you posting about snow, and I'm just absolutely consumed with jealousy.
I know. And I
You
just
can
want
have
to
it.
see the sunshine. I don't care about the snow.
I
but
know.
Show me a blue sky after it snows.
Today, I was walking. I walked down the hallway here. So we have a walkway between like our lobby here and the cafe area in the front entrance.
It's a secret pathway.
Yeah.
It's the one going out to like the patio that's outside my office here. And the sun's coming in. And I'm standing at the middle window, just like, and Vance is like, "You all right?" I'm like, "It's sunlight.
Be like, I'm trying to suck up the vitamin
It's so
C3
warm.
that I need.
It's so warm and shiny." I
You should
love
have
it.
seen Rummy today because she was on the edge of she always sits up on the edge of your chair in the front window.
Yeah.
And the sun wasn't over the house yet. And she's stretching, putting her paws on the windowsill and yelling at me because she can't get enough sun. And within 10 minutes, she's just like hanging on the chair. Her whole body's in the sun. She was just like waiting for it.
Look at this. Everybody loves you. They're all happy.
Because I'm adorable.
I don't know about that.
Hey, Kenny.
What?
Energy.
Oh, that means you have to drink. Well, you didn't actually use it out of context, but we'll drink anyway.
I'll do it.
Yeah, cheers.
So for those that might not know who Melanie is, she is the creator of Thinking is Power, and she's kind of a scientist thing, you know. She's all right. She's a science communicator and educator, and
She's on.
she's like, okay.
I do my best.
You do your best. You've been on this show. I think I really have to count up to see because I think you are in the lead now.
Yeah, I think so.
With how
I
many-
was in the lead 2 times ago. I think I'm at 6.
I think, yeah. I think, yeah. Contrast instead of Malachi, stop keeping score. He's like contrast instead of context. Yeah, it's my Philly accent. That's why I say it like that. That's my workaround. But
What are we talking about tonight?
well, it's different things. Like the first hour, Tim Binga was on.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah, he came on. He's still in the chat room, but he came on and we were talking about Joe. Remember stories about Joe and
Yeah, it was a nice
talking
hour.
about like, you know, some of the good stuff that we've experiences we've shared with him. And then I did my homework because I had homework from last show. So I did that when we came back from break. And then I got to like 2 questions. And then Donna's like, hurry up. You got to bring Melanie on. I was like, oh. So,
Priorities.
I know.
She's right.
I'm just exaggerating. So it's open mic night, as the sign says up there. And basically, we get questions from the chat, and we just, I usually just try to answer them, or we look stuff up. We just looked up new pictures and or video of Loch Ness Monster, Nessie.
I saw that.
And so, yeah, that's it. So we got a couple more questions left because we got about 25
I
minutes
think
left
this
in the show.
question is for Melanie.
Oh, hey, how's the book coming, Mel?
Yeah, actually, it's going really well. I have half of it off to the editor at the moment, and I have another quarter of it. Hopefully, I'll get off to her within the next week, which means I have the hardest part I've saved for last. But also ready for her feedback. I am hoping the one part of this process that I can control, publishing, is glacial. It is incredibly slow. And Tim Binka, this is for you too. I will. So, yes. Next year is CFI's or PsyCop's 50th anniversary.
So you had it right the first time. Well, PsyCop, we're not PsyCop anymore. They changed
Right.
years ago.
But
But yeah,
that was how it started, right?
PsyCop is how it started. Yeah.
So I was born the same year it started. I just told everybody how old I am.
You're old.
And you know what? You are older.
Exactly.
I am mature.
Oh, yes.
See the beard?
The gent that he is.
Yes, I'm a gentleman.
So I wanted to have a book out by the time I was 50, and it will be out the same year I'm 50 and that CFI turns 50.
Wow.
Nice.
That's good.
So I am so like I feel so much pressure in this process, and I gotta tell you, it is an absolute roller coaster, but I am enjoying it, and I just hope that I am able to produce something that I am proud of in the end.
Yeah. Basically, don't fuck it up. That's what it comes down to.
Hey Kenny, how's your book going?
It's going wonderful, Mel. It's amazing. It's like it
We
almost
already
writes itself.
talked about that today.
It's going great. Everyone in the comments agree with me. Please.
They have a plan to move forward.
Yeah. Tim and I. Well, it was Tim's idea. See, I'm giving you credit, Tim. We're gonna start going to the bar, like once a week or once every other week, and just sit there and have a beer and write, because he's got stuff he wants to work on too, and I figure that gets us away. Because if I'm here, I'm constantly doing videos, articles, answering emails, everything else that's on that whiteboard. If I'm home, I'm playing video games and watching YouTube videos,
yeah, like
watching Stargate. Yeah, so it was his idea, like get away from the normal stuff and just find a place and make it a routine where that is what we do there. So I want to try that and see if that works.
Yeah. Actually, I'm on the road right now with Anthony. We're on the road for about 3 months now. We're about a month in, and it allows me. I don't do a very good job focusing when I'm at home.
I've noticed.
I understand that.
So it's been great, actually. I sit in his rehearsals and I write. I sit in the car and I write. I just am full on in, and I need the being away from home to be able to keep writing.
Yeah. There's too many distractions, and it's hard.
The library.
Last rights. Check with libraries. There's sometimes author groups that set up write-ins. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know if I could do that, because like immediately my thoughts went to what's in the library, what's in the aisles. Like I want to go see, and it reminded me, son of a bitch, that's what I wanted to do.
What?
That was the lunchtime thing. I wanted to go because I wanted to rent out the ghost hunting kit. Yes, this is where it started with her.
Tell me. Okay, so we need to make a video about this because
Remember.
I didn't go yet. because
I can go tomorrow.
I had forgotten, and then like 2 days ago it came up, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go to the library. I think it was
Okay. For everybody watching, it was around Halloween. I sent you an article about how I think it was from the Washington Post about how libraries were picking up ghost hunting kits.
Yeah.
And you got triggered and wanted to write an article. And I was like, well, why don't you contact your local library in Buffalo and see if they have a kit?
Right.
And he did. And they were, oh, you know what? We've ordered some kits. This is really exciting. Let us tell you about this. And you were more, well, actually, there's a reason I asked you about those. So let's talk about that. But I personally think, and for the people watching, please peer pressure Kenny into this, that those kits include the kinds of pseudoscientific techno crap that make people think that they're finding a ghost when they're actually not. And so actually, if you understand the equipment there, you understand more about how the process of science works and how scientific skepticism works. And so I think Kenny, aided by me, needs to make a specific video about these ghost hunting kits to actually help people understand them.
So yeah, that's where I was kind of going with it, because when I did go, I went up and visited, and I got my library card the same day because I was like, oh, look at this, cool. When I talked to the director up there, because I talked to the manager and then I talked to the director, and she was like, they're coming in, we haven't gotten them yet. I don't know what's included. And I think she got me in touch with her boss, which oversees the entire area. The reply that I got was more like, we're going to rent these out because they're like a novelty, because they also have like metal detectors and stuff like that. Thanks. And different things like novelty items and hobby items. So that's their approach to it. But I did ask, like, what information is going to be provided with these? Like, because I saw on the website you have links. And yeah, they do link back to us. They link back to CFI, which is nice. It's good to see. But some of the other links went to very over-the-top pseudoscientific ghost hunting sites that promoted just straight up bullshit. So my plan is to go over to rent one. If they have it, they should have it by now. Rent it and do a whole video where I go through and say, all right, what's in it? What do they include? What information is provided with the kit? And then instead of just leaving it that, I want to go back and sit down with the director and say, all right, so you rent this out. I have some suggestions. Like, provide this information with it. You're going to do it anyway. It's not like I'm going to stop it, but at least here's some information, some articles about it that you can read up and really understand what this stuff does, how it works. So that's my plan right now. It might change as we go along, but
yeah, you got to see what's in the kit.
Yeah, I got to see what's in there first. Yeah. You know, I bet $20. $20 there's an EMF meter in it, because that's standard. It's got to be an EMF meter, a flashlight, maybe an infrared one.
Spirit box.
I don't know. That's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They gotta have the.
I have printouts of like the articles. I think because you sent me an article, but somebody else also sent me an article, and it was different. It was from a different place, and it gave the contents of some of it. And I know a flashlight and a EMF meter, and then there was like something else.
So Kenny, I feel like you need to be open-minded to the idea that maybe the kit. I've already triggered you. I don't need.
Open your mind, Biddle.
Rolling up my already rolled up sleeves.
I love you enough to know your buttons, and I ain't afraid.
It's good because this is weird. I can pull these back down. Guns back inside. Got a whole
Guns.
Guns.
Just put a QR code on links to your videos that explain why it's fun. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just make up little stickers and put them on the back. Oh, like in the battery compartment.
You know what? You don't even need permission. Just go to the library.
Yeah, you have to go visit all of them.
I'm up for a road trip.
Field trip.
Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah, we can go tomorrow. We don't have anything planned. We can go tomorrow
No,
and check it out. I gotta remember
I
that.
haven't been to the library yet at all.
Yeah, we can go over. It's conveniently right next to the police station. So you won't have far to go to bail me out.
Oh, great.
A fucking K2 meter? What the hell's your problem? Why is this in here?
Mother of world.
You know what this? Shit! It's shit! Doesn't detect ghosts. Yes, officer, I will go. I know the routine, don't worry. Been here before.
My wife's gonna bail me out.
Yeah. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Yeah, call Donna. Oh man.
I miss you too.
Yeah, we miss you too. We have so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, we do have some questions. Let's pop some
Okay.
questions. Are you doing an audiobook?
That is in the works. Assuming the book is popular enough, and that anyone wants to actually hear me read it. So Kenny.
You can have AI read it now.
Don't fuck it up.
You can have AI do a read of your book, King.
Oh, you know what? You gotta do a you gotta make sure that any copies of your book that gets messed up, tell them you want them. Check this out. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay.
I got a gift from Tim Binga the other day. So it doesn't look like anything different. So I got a copy of
The other
Okay.
Starry Night.
Yeah, right.
But it had a production error where it messed up pages.
Oh,
And they were cut different. They were folded over, and he still signed them, and he signed it crazy cuts,
oh.
and he autographed it. So now I have a variant, and us toy collectors know, like I have a production error variant that's also autographed by the author. And to be honest, Tim gave it to me. He's like, "Oh, maybe you can give it away on your show." I'm like,
Hell
"Oh,
no.
that's mine."
They can have the other one that's signed.
Variants.
Wait, did he sign it in purple?
No,
Oh.
he signed it. in
Oh,
black, so.
that would have been like icing on the cake there.
And I know you're a fan, so that's why I showed you. Anyway, so that was my excuse and segue into showing off my production error book. Well, who is watching Dimitri? I volunteer as tribute.
You know, that is the one thing I miss about traveling. I could live on the road out of a suitcase forever, but I miss my baby. Yeah, we use a service called Trusted House Sitters, and it's wonderful. And we have a sitter there who's there for like, I don't know, 6 weeks, and then another one coming in for another 6 weeks. We're gonna head to Europe. Yeah.
Damn,
We miss him.
you just world traveler. Mm-hmm.
You know, I love traveling. Again, we'll go anywhere. I've been to just over 50 countries.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Is Anthony hanging out in the back? Out in the background?
Anthony, are you around?
Pop in, mister.
Nice.
If you hear a voice that says no, I'm like, break out
So-
the K2 meter. Gotta
We
find your ghosts.
at one of his colleagues. We're in Cincinnati, so not as interesting as Europe. Nevertheless, we're in Ohio, and yeah, spent the evening with some of his colleagues, and I know he's tired. He's been at rehearsals all week, so my guess is he's sleeping.
Okay, no problem. Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah,
I wanted to see his head pop in from the side.
Yeah.
he do that, doesn't he? In a creepy kind of way.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. All right, what else we got?
Here we go.
Jeffrey Funk. What's your thoughts on next week's lunar eclipse? And what are some bizarre things people do during one?
I mean, the Earth is flat. Is that what you mean?
No comment. I did. To be honest, I didn't know there was one next week. The bizarre things. I mean, I don't know really of anyone that does bizarre things.
During a lunar eclipse.
A lunar
Yeah.
eclipse. I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
maybe
people
there's
will
some crazy people. But
blame their extracurricular crazy activities on an eclipse, but I mean, it's just the absence of light. So I don't see any reason. I personally don't know. I've never tracked that, so I can't give you an answer. I'm sorry. I just don't know all the weird things. I know people claim like, oh, when the moon's out or when the moon's full, something goes on, but there's no
yeah,
reason
it's
why anything should go on. It's just a little bit extra light. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's nothing for me. I of the things that I post about, I try really hard not to post about things that are really triggering, because when people are triggered, they don't critically think. And but of the things that I post about that really triggers people, the lunar effect is one of them. Now, that is different than a lunar eclipse, so I'm actually really curious, and I'm wondering what some of people's claims are so that maybe I can post about it. But again, even the full moon effect, people just get. Okay, let me say for people watching, the full moon effect is the idea that when the moon is full, that it impacts human behaviors, and the word lunar is actually the basis for lunacy, and there's lots of lore when it comes to that, but like, the lunar effect has been studied and studied and studied and studied. There is not a correlation with an increase in crime. There's not one with an increase in student behavior acting out, with ER admissions. There might be some small effects with something like the amount of sleep that we get, which makes sense because there's more light, but it's pretty small. But people really get full on in with this, and they get really upset when the idea is challenged.
Right.
So I'm curious if the same sort of ideas exist with the lunar eclipse, and if I would also get the same sort of like pitchforks coming after me if I posted about it.
Hey, challenge accepted.
So the great and powerful Google says, while there's no scientific evidence linking lunar eclipses to unusual human behavior, historically, some cultures viewed them as omens or signs of danger, leading to rituals and beliefs around them. Here's a breakdown of the historical context of modern understanding.
Sacrifice virgins.
I'm looking. Threat of attack. Let's see. Many Mesopotamians believed that lunar eclipses signified a threat or attack on the moon, leading to rituals to ward off harm. I don't know how they were going to protect a moon, but fears and chaos. Some myths portray eclipses as times of chaos and disorder, with people fearing the moon being devoured or attacked. I mean, I can see that in historical context, yeah. Lunatic term. The term lunatic, meaning of the moon, was used to describe people deemed mentally ill or unpredictable, reflecting a historical belief in the moon's influence on human behavior. And then it goes on, modern understanding, no scientific evidence for this at all, blah, blah, blah.
I saw Teach It Forward say something, and I think it's worth going back to. So to me, is that like taking out the lunar eclipse aspect and just the full moon effect aspect, that's one of those claims that's testable, right? We should be able to try to determine if there are correlations between the full moon and these various effects that we perceive. And what I find so fascinating about the lunar effect is how people persist in that belief despite there not being evidence to support it. Like there must be some reason that they're attached to this belief. I can see them having so if I'm a teacher and I notice my students acting out and it's a full moon, I go, well, obviously that's why. Mm-hmm. But if they're not acting out on a full moon, I don't notice it. And if they're acting out and it's not a full moon, then I go, well, there just must be something else. But confirmation bias, where I notice it and I remember it when it confirms that bias. But then once it's there, like I honestly can't understand what the attachment to this belief is that makes people so resistant to hearing that they might be wrong.
Maybe they just like the horoscope, field, and then it kind of develops into.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, yeah. I figured.
Yeah.
She's talking with her hands a lot. She's the Italian's coming out of her. I would wager that a bulk of it, at the base, the core belief comes from tribal knowledge, probably told by their parents or their friends growing up that the crazy people come out at night or in the full moon. I know you've brought this up before, and the studies just don't agree with you. That's what it comes down to. The studies that have looked into this do not agree with you. I also worked rescue for 7 years, and I can say from my experience there was no difference whatsoever.
Anthony's awake.
But here's the thing,
Anthony's awake.
Yeah,
Anthony's awake. Get your ass out here, Anthony.
Wait, what? What is happening?
In the chat room.
He's in the chat.
Anthony's awake?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
He's probably not even in the room.
Anthony, no, he's not in the room. Where is he?
I don't know. You're supposed to be with him.
He's down at the hotel bar.
You're on your own. Show yourself. No, so to Julie here, and actually not specifically to Julie, because this is the thing. Our personal experiences are often the way that we know about the world, right? I notice these things. It helps inform my explanations, my understanding of the world. And science is our attempt to try and test those experiences and expectations against reality. And so the idea that we perceive these things is a useful observation.
Right.
So the question is, what does the data say? Like, science then recognizes that we could fool ourselves. I might not actually be perceiving reality the way that I think I am. So science then allows us the opportunity to test those expectations against reality, in which case, what does the data say? And the data says there's actually, there's not more admissions to an ER. Patients don't tend to act up. The better designed the study, the less effect that we see. But again, this gets back to, I guess for me, okay, thank you for saying this. Tides are the impact of the gravitational pull of the moon on the oceans. The ocean is a very big body of water, and it's not self-contained. And those are two important aspects.
Uh-oh. We lost her.
And the more contained it is, the less the impact it has. Like if you put a glass of water or even a bath.
We're losing her.
We're losing you. Doing a good conversation. Ah. I'm going to take a picture of the screen, though. She's making a
That's
funny
nice.
face.
She said peace.
Peace! Peace!
Oh.
I hope she's not watching us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
son of a bitch! You're making fun of me.
Log out, log back in.
Yeah, log out, log back in, see if it works.
Anthony, go fix your wife's computer.
Help us, Anthony. You came in at the right time. Oh man.
She's frozen.
But yeah, there's a difference. I want to give my perspective on this. But hopefully she comes out. Yeah, she just cut out. So I mean, we're talking about gravity versus light. So the moon is there. It has its own gravity, and it does have an effect on the oceans, which is a large body of water that is pulled back. But when we're talking about full moon versus partial or new moon or what have you, the only difference is light, the amount of light that's reflecting off of it towards us. That's it. There is no difference. There is no gravitational difference. There's no any other difference except the amount of light at the angle of which we're viewing the moon is reflecting. That's it. She's coming back. I don't know. She's trying to.
Yeah,
She's trying to. We got the swirly of death.
Trying to get her life, not death.
No.
She hasn't been here yet.
No. I feel like like at the end of Civil War when Tony Stark is like, yeah, give me a call. I'd like to put you on hold and look at the little light break.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's what I like. Oh, wait, she's trying again. She's not getting it. It's
Here's
not
the
coming on.
question for you, Kenny.
Use your phone. Kenny, did you get your fake blood? I did not yet. I did talk to her and she had not sent it yet. But she was. It's supposed to go on. I forget what she said. But she did send me a message saying that it wasn't because we were talking about one of Beardo's videos, the curse of traveling. Yeah, I hear you. So it should be on. It should be on its way at least today or by Monday. It should be on its way. So I mean, when I do get it, I'll definitely show everyone. There was one of the other channels that I was watching the live, somebody won a prize, which was fake blood. She was making like fake blood for decorations and stuff. And somebody, Pump actually won. And I forget the term, but basically said, I don't need it. You can send it to Kenny because I wanted it. That's the only prize that I wanted. I was like, I want the fake blood. So Anthony, yeah, if you can, maybe use your phone. Or she can use her phone to get on. That might be a better connection.
And we'll go to break now.
And we'll go to break. Yes, it's Donna's song. So let me find it. I have it here somewhere. Donna's theme song commercial. There it is. Okay, we'll be back in 2. Oh, wait, there she is.
Well,
hey,
we'll go to break.
We're going to break. Hey,
Just not here.
You can't get on the show.
And I said the most amazing.
There he is. Hi, Anthony. It's the Block Kraken.
Release the Block Kraken.
I love it. All right, yeah, we're gonna go to break. Well,
and also, wait, you got a fake blood? What?
I'll tell you after the break.
It was
Okay.
I gotta pee. 2 minutes and 35 seconds from now.
In the skeptical helper her, there's a guiding star, keeping checks in line. She's the queen of the bar, with a wink and a smile. She keeps things flowing. Divine Donna's on the scene to keep you from trolling. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Start your questions with a capital Q, so Donna can pose them for you. Follow the Swayze rule and be nice, or she'll kick you out for life. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi, or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi, or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. The skeptical help bar, she's a delight.
Hey there, everyone. Before we get going back on this topic, I just wanted to point out that Giselle is wearing the Carl Sagan necklace that she won from the show. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad.
Wait a minute, is it Carl Sagan necklace?
Yeah. You got to be in the know.
If you're not watching live, you can't win.
Hey,
Yeah.
Giselle.
If you watched the show on a regular basis, you would know that not only do we have giveaways, we got a prize wheel.
Yeah. We give away
Which I just put there during the break. But we have things like this.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Necklaces. She got the Carl Sagan quote about extraordinary claims. We got that. We got billions and billions. That was so much fun. It really takes very little to get me happy. Anyway, so you were cut off mid explanation about the moon.
I said amazing things. It was.
You did. I'm sure you did. And we were mocking you. You want to see the picture of your frozen face?
You took a picture.
I did. I totally did.
But that's Kenny.
There you are. Posting that for everyone to see.
That was all genius. We gotta say, yeah. Okay. I have no idea. It was all brilliant.
Oh,
That's okay.
that's all right. We'll move on.
Yeah, we have other.
I kind of just gave a condensed version that basically the oceans and us. I mean, the ocean's a big body of water. The moon has a gravitational effect on it, but when we're talking about full moon versus new moon and stuff, like we're only talking about a difference in reflection of light. That's basically it. It's the sun's light reflecting off the moon's surface towards us. That's it. I mean, there's the body, the moon is still there. The entire moon is still there. It's not like part of it disappears.
We just don't see it.
Yeah, we just don't see it. So there should be
Yeah.
no.
I mean, to me, it gets back to this. This is it's a claim that is testable.
Mhm.
And so if we want to actually know what reality is versus our perception of reality, then what does the data say? And that data is available. And so look at it and take at it from what you will. But again, it's the difference between
So
skeptical of our experiences.
do the moon phases affect the tides?
No, the moon phases affect the so the moon. Okay.
The moon phases are based on the amount of light that's reflected off of it
But
that we
do
see
they
from our
affect
angle.
The tides.
The phases do not.
No, but the moon itself does.
Right. The moon phase is just how much light is on
All
the
right.
moon that we see reflected off the moon. So when you have your crescent and
Right.
you're waxing, you're waning and stuff like that, these are moon phases based on the amount of light that we see reflected off the moon. That's it. But that has no bearing on what's going on. It's the position of the moon.
But there's a couple of interesting things here because what we're trying to do is find a mechanism to explain something, and we haven't established that there's something to be explained. And the something to be explained would be if there's a difference in phases of the moon and various aspects of human behavior. That isn't, we don't know that that's something to be explained. As far as the mechanisms that might explain it, like the moon doesn't impact closed bodies of water, and our body is a closed body of water. And so it wouldn't even, its gravitational pull wouldn't even impact that. So it wouldn't even be an explanation for something that doesn't need to be explained. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can think of it like we see the ocean. We can sit there and watch the tide come in and tide go large body of water. But we can also go to a supermarket and look at the aisle with all the bottled water and nothing happens. Nothing. And that's a lot of water, but nothing will happen because it's not big enough to have an effect. And yeah, you're right. Yeah. So that's it. Well, all right, let's move on. What else we got?
They want you to spin the wheel.
Why is the word debunk used? Why don't we use the word explained? Or are they the same thing? So, I can't. I know that there was I believe it was a political gathering. It was there was a city. I'm forgetting. Wait, let me look it up real quick. It was used. Debunk origin. I know it was during originated in 1923 when American author William Woodward's novel Bunk. It comes from the word bunkum, which originated in a speech given by North Carolina Representative Felix Walker in 1820. Walker gave a long, irrelevant speech to convince his constituents, I said it right, that he was making a difference in Washington. That sounds like politics. His colleagues asked him to stop, but he continued, explaining that he was speaking to Buncombe, not Congress. And then I guess that's where the word originated, because it was nonsense. It was word salad that he was doing, trying to make it seem like he was doing something when he wasn't. So it became bunk, and then eventually the word debunk, which is to take the falseness out of a statement. And also part of that, which most people don't realize, is part of that definition is actually with scorn or with ridicule. So you're taking the falseness out of a statement, usually with ridicule. And that's where I try not to. That's why I don't like calling myself a debunker, because I don't like to ridicule people. I mean, sometimes I know I do come off like straightforward and that may come off as confrontational.
Okay.
Shush.
What?
I'm getting it from both sides here.
So what does that tell you?
I have anger management issues.
What else does that
But
tell
I'm
you?
feeling much better now. I ate at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I do not, Daniel Reed. You just can't park the fucking car.
But he has great hair.
He's got a great hair. And now he's
You know,
the Joe Nickell.
I agree that bunk tends to have a negative connotation. And I don't tend to like it because of that. There's actually a newer word called pre-bunk. I don't know if you're familiar with pre-bunk.
I am very familiar with pre-bunk, and especially because I know you've delved into that. Yes.
Yes. So pre-bunking is getting ahead of a false idea and laying the groundwork in advance to, you know what, someone might try and convince you of something using these false things, and here's why it's false. And yeah. So as opposed to going in afterwards to explain why something is bunk, which can be more difficult because the false idea may have already implanted itself.
Yeah.
Thank you. He often forgets the Patrick Swayze rule with me.
It doesn't count to me. I'm the host. The rules do not apply.
Oh, okay.
Until everyone starts hating me, and then they apply. No, I like pre-bunking is I like that because it's pretty much doing what we do and trying to empower people to understand when they might be manipulated, and it's giving you the tools to say, I think she's frozen again. She is.
Oh.
Time to take a picture. Ah, damn, she unfroze.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad. I was like,
He
oh,
didn't have time to get his phone
Yeah.
ready.
I'm gonna keep the camera open just in case.
Okay, I'm trying to give you a compliment, and I don't know why I should because you're being a shit. But you do this a lot with your videos. You try to explain, here's the kinds of techniques that people use when they're trying to convince you there's a haunting. But look, I can do it with this. Just woohoo!
Right. Yeah.
That's
I mean, I want people to get the information, and I guess that's just one of my goals. Like, if I can prepare people and say, here's all the information about this piece of equipment or this technique or this person that's trying to sell you something, here's the information about that. So you know ahead of time, or when you go back and read their website and all the claims that they're making, that you might be able to pick it out much better of the manipulation and see it for what it is, manipulation. And especially like my favorite question of all time, how do you know that? Like, I always ask that. That applies almost everywhere. And it will help you understand that many of these people that are trying to scam you don't know, and they won't have an answer. And then they'll start spewing the bunk.
You know, the way that we started this conversation about the library kit with the ghost hunting kits,
Yes.
you're trying to pre-bunk about that.
Yeah.
You may check out this kit thinking it does that, but let me tell you what it actually does.
Yeah. This is what it all does. And, you know, maybe I'll put some, not just QR code stickers in it. Maybe I'll put some flyers in there and just say, yeah, here you go. Here's some, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get involved with it, you know, and just, because like I said, they're going to have it anyway. There's nothing I can do to stop it. So if it's going to be rented out, I might as well try to get as much good information in there as possible. And, you know,
You know, you
roll
need
the
to send
dice.
it to each library.
Fuck yeah. Gonna do it. Hit every one of them. Every one. I mean, there's not a many left. So
Yeah, there are.
we can
Sure,
do
there's
it.
a lot of libraries.
We'll do it. Don't worry. I'll start a campaign.
Yeah, make a really good video. Like, tighten it up. 3 minutes, if you can.
3 minutes.
Yes.
You not know me?
Come on,
That's why I'm saying this.
Melanie.
Okay.
3 minutes is not doable.
Okay, 1 minute. and make this 1 minute video and put it.
I don't think you know how math works.
I know how Kenny works. That's why I keep shortening it. So make the video.
Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? What the hell?
And then link to it with your QR codes and plaster that QR code over everything.
Okay. I'll try to make a TikTok video on it.
15 seconds.
Oh my God.
You have to get somebody's attention.
I have
in
never
the
done a
first-
15-second video.
That's when you have to have
Are you kidding? When TikTok went to 10 minutes, I was like, oh,
But if you don't grab their attention in the first 15 seconds,
oh I will.
they're gone.
I will.
So you have to get
I want
right
to hold the
at
kid up and be like, this is bullshit. Got your attention? This is why. Sit down, move your thumb, get your
That's
finger
what
away,
you have to
don't
do.
scroll.
Let me give you the next 3 hours and I'll explain.
10-minute video I'm going to use every second.
There you go. There's 52 libraries.
We can do that. We can do that. I can do like a 1-page information flyer and put it in each one of them. I'm good. I got
add
my
this to your kit. Your
Please.
ghost hunting kit.
All right. Any questions? Any more questions left?
Yeah. There's a few.
This has been a fun night. We got to reminisce with Tim and Melanie came on and just fucked everything up. But I got some. I want to frame that picture and put it on my wall.
I believe you.
If an open mic nighter, I love it. See, it's catching on. Gets hurt during the show. Is it considered just a flush room? It's just a flush room. You shall not pass. You probably don't get that reference, do you? No.
From
no.
the stupid
I do.
Monty Python.
Oh yes.
See, I
Thank
just
you.
don't like it.
Wait, it was from Lord of the Rings.
Not that one.
Monty
Not that
Python
one.
did it
Wrong path.
first.
Wrong. Yeah, it's the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Okay, I really thought I was going to get some nerd points with
It's just a
that.
flush room. It's when the Black Knight is standing over the little. It's a totally ridiculous scene. I mean, it's a tiny little bridge which is about this long, and it goes over like you can barely see the creek, and the knight's standing there and just tells the other ones, "You shall not pass," and they're like, "But I can just walk. I can walk over here. What do you mean?" And they fight, and he gets his arm cut off, and he's like, "It's just a flesh wound."
And it's like squirting blood
It's
out.
all squirting, and he's like, "Ah."
Okay. Because I was with the you shall not pass.
Oh, we're gonna watch Monty Python next time you're here.
Okay, teach it forward. Thank you.
The Holy Grail. The search for the Holy Grail.
No,
It's in the
you
cave.
shall pass.
The most vile creature ever to walk the earth. Where? Behind the rabbit? No, it is the rabbit.
Stop.
Oh my God, I can do this all night. The
I
Holy
believe you.
Kenny, I heard you are also an auto mechanic by trade. Favorite and not so favorite cars? Thanks. Yeah, I used to be an auto mechanic. I got my degree, and I worked for Saturn, and I worked for BMW, Affinity, and then who else did I work for? Affinity, Nissan, yeah.
You worked on helicopters.
I did that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was after the auto mechanic.
Yeah. I was auto mechanic first, and then I went to aerospace, worked on helicopters, and then for a very limited time, tilt rotors. But my favorite car, Mustang Mach 1. I always wanted one. Just loved it. I just love the look of it. So that's my favorite car. But besides that, I always wanted a 1964 and a half Ford Mustang Cherry Red.
And a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. And Donna, did buy me one. Kind of. It's about that big.
Yeah. The red one.
It's still in a case. It's in a protective case. It's in the basement. You probably saw it when you were here. But yeah, it's in a nice protective case, and it's probably the only one I'll ever own. But yeah, that's my favorite card.
That's so sweet.
But thanks, buddy. Did you get I did mail something to you, I believe. Did you get it? I wanted to make sure everyone got it. I think you did. I think you told me you did. But I think I've sent so many things out lately. Like I don't know who got it. Cat Mac, are you still in here? I think you got. Did you get your token? I just want to make sure everyone got their stuff. So, all right.
I don't think I did.
That's because you didn't win. We should spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Let's spin the wheel.
Saying that.
All right.
Okay.
Something. I'm going to let you participate and help pick the winner. Okay.
Okay.
So everyone in the chat, if we need a word. We need a word that they can type in. Easy word.
Let's just do the number thing again. Like pick a number between 1 and 50. And
No, because I want it to be a random thing that she picks. So let's just do. Let's moon. Everybody type moon in the chat room if you want to win, and I will do the whole thumb thing where I put the my cursor up and down, and then when we start getting people in there typing moon, then I'm gonna say, all right, I'm going, and you say stop.
Okay.
And wherever it stops, I'll click,
right,
and whoever's
you can
name.
start.
There you go. So you can start
Okay.
whenever you're ready. Anytime now. Anytime.
Me?
Yeah, you. You have to say stop.
Okay. Stop.
Teach it.
Hey, Bob got it. All right, so here you go, Bob. We're gonna spin the wheel, and remember, there is a chance you can lose if you get Zach Baggins. If you get a Z Baggins, you'll lose. Oh, Donna said she's gonna spin it. Donna's coming on camera. Holy shit!
Are you ready?
Go, Donna, go.
There you go.
It's like the price is right.
I'm so excited. I love when this happens.
Where is it gonna land?
Like that
don't
white.
be Zach. Please don't be
Don't
Zach.
hit Zach. No Zach, 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 no. Bob, you got a Zach. You got Z Baggins.
Wait a minute, is that good?
No, that means you lose.
Donna, spin it again.
Kenny said we're not allowed. He told me last time
We're not allowed to spin again. You get one spin.
It was my fault. I tried.
It's all right. It's not your fault. It's Donna's fault.
It's not my
You can't spin.
All right. You want to spin?
You wanna
Go
spin?
ahead. You spin it.
Why?
Yeah, Kenny. Okay, go.
He got a second spin. He got Z Baggins.
All right. Then don't complain. Don't say anything.
No,
about
you're gonna
my
go like
spin.
this. You're gonna pretend you got muscles still, and you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I know it's a demon because I'm Zach Baggins."
Spin the wheel.
Wait, I'm possessed. Because I'm Zach Baggins.
What are you drinking?
Oh my God. All right, we're gonna spin again.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
You're
so
right.
Bob,
You're good.
if you leave on Zach again, it's just meant to be.
Just because I had so much fun. I think that's the new rule. We're just gonna make fun of Zach. If he comes up, that's your prize. All right, let's see.
Big money, no whammy.
We're getting there.
Oh my God!
No! Oh yes! All right, you got a sticker. You got stickers. Woohoo! That would have been so bad. I can't tell you. That would have been like.
Yeah, it would have been.
Oh! I know there's a ghost over there.
Superstar.
Oh my God. You're weird.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Bob. Bob, you won.
Bob, you
think
won
you're-
stickers. I'm going to send you a bunch of stickers, Bob.
You're welcome, Bob.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're going to be different stickers too, because I got a bunch, so I'll send you a nice little envelope of stickers from the show. So, yeah, shoot me oh my God, shoot me a message with your address again. I think I have it, but just to make sure.
We should probably have it somewhere.
I have my, like, you have my address. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff.
If not, I'm sure he can find you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure you can. I would not want Kenny investigating me.
Oh yeah, no. Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
No. All right, cool. All right, are we good? We got we're all caught up? Or do we have anything else?
There's something else in there.
What's the story with the Ouija board grave? Oh, so that is let me see. Hold on. Ouija board. We went to it. That's the grave of Elijah Bond, who was the guy that pretty much, he gave us the modern Ouija board. So if you go down to Baltimore area, I think.
I think so. I want to say that.
Hold on. There it is. Atlas Obscura. It is, Baltimore, because that's where we went. We went in the cemetery. Elijah Bond. So you can go visit it. It has the Ouija board. I'll show you in a second here.
Oh yeah, you put the picture up. I think
Sure.
it's in our pictures.
Yeah. So there it is.
This guy's green. Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can visit it. It's right out in the open. And if you go visit, what I suggest is the building where they were manufactured is still in existence. And I think the ground floor is a 7-Eleven now. Excuse me.
Is that when we went around
Yeah.
the corner?
So
Oh,
you parking sucks, but if you find a place to park or can walk to it, when you find this location, and I don't remember exactly where it is, you go inside and there's a plaque inside that says this was the
7-Eleven.
building where the Ouija board were constructed and manufactured.
Yeah.
So
That was
it's
really
actually
cool.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, but we went down there the one time. That was not the time that Donna got locked in the cemetery.
No, that was a
But
different
that was a
time.
different time. But yeah, there's the address right there for the cemetery, so you can go down and see it.
So I have a question. What did spirits use to communicate with people before the Ouija board?
AT&T.
They were into like table tipping and stuff.
They want to reach out and touch someone. Collect call. I don't know, like all these stuff. So while before Ouija boards, it was spiritualists and mediums. And that's what they did. And
before the Fox sisters?
the Fox sisters.
Before them.
It was basically there was an evolution of spirit communication. So you had the knocks that originated with the Fox sisters. You had the knocking sounds, and then you had other things like the chalkboard, scrying in bowls of ink. Oh, that stuff. I don't know if that's on the evolutionary path of like the modern day spirit communication, because automatic writing. Thank you, Daniel. That was it. Automatic writing. You had the slate writing, which was the two chalkboards or the one chalkboard, and chalk would appear with messages written on it magically. You had the original planchette was a little table, tiny little table that looked like it didn't look like the modern day planchette, but it had a pencil, attached to it. It was usually like an upturned basket with a pencil stuck through it, and people would move it around and it would write out messages. And then you went to like spirit cabinets, and then it was a constant one up the next, one up the last communicator. So whatever was popular, somebody had to take the next step and say, oh, I'm going to one up you and do this instead. And then the Ouija board, the actual just layout of just putting letters on a piece of paper and people making homemade planchettes were popular. And that idea spread. Elijah Bond took that idea and turned it into a game. And then we have a lot of, I actually spoke to a guy that runs the Talking Board Museum. I was talking to him. He's been collecting boards for almost 30 years, I think. And I reached out to him because I had some questions concerning boards. I don't want to give away because I'm writing an article on it, but basically boards that were attributed to famous historical figures, but could not have been due to certain details on the boards themselves. And this gentleman was able to point out the exact details, and he knew like production years, little changes on the boards. He could tell me. I held up these two, and he knew like that, what year they were produced. And then we went through older boards. So it was actually really fun. It was interesting. And by the way, I have my karaoke board back there.
Karaoke board? Wait a minute, what?
Oh, you haven't seen this?
Oh. I need one. Also, I love that you took my facetious question literally. I learned stuff. So that was good.
Good. Never stop learning. It says so right up there.
It says open mic night.
Yeah, it doesn't say-
Right there.
the
Never
little white
stop
sign.
learning. Never stop learning.
Open mic night.
Open mic night. Never stop learning.
People's Help Bar with Kenny, Bitter, and Divine Donna.
How's that drink coming?
Energy. Hey, Donna. Okay, I'm in denial about my old eyes. That looks fine.
Okay.
I can totally do that.
All right. So do we have any more questions?
No.
No, we're good. All right.
Oh, here's the 7-Eleven location
Oh, there it is. There it is.
in Baltimore.
I have put this man's grave and the 7-Eleven on my to-do list. So I hope our road trip takes us past Baltimore.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the cemetery. I think weren't there other famous people in that cemetery?
There was a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few. So we visited a few graves there while we were there.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll text you if I get close.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I mean, there's not, if you go there, there's not a lot to do, at least for this.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things like if you're down there for something else, great. Stop by for all of
Or
20
you're
minutes.
driving through.
And yeah, because I think it didn't take us too long to find the grave because we had the idea of where it was.
We
So,
stopped. They gave us a map, I think.
oh yeah, at the entrance they give you a
said-
map,
Yeah, they give you a map of the cemetery and all the famous graves,
right?
so you can find them.
Yeah, check that. Can you check that?
Check that.
Can you check that? I sent you a message. Can you check it? Don't read it out loud. Look in the private chat. Try to say that without everyone else knowing.
Yeah, everybody knows. So
You.
Okay. All right. So we're good.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, we're good, guys.
So we're gonna wrap it up.
I can't. I love you too, and I've missed you too.
Oh, go
You're
sweet.
You particularly are a pain in the ass, but I love you both, and I'm so glad to see you.
But I'm adorable.
No, I'm adorable.
I'm an adorable asshole.
You're
Like
an
a
ass.
baby's butt. That was funnier than I thought. It sounded much more funnier when I said it.
No, it didn't.
All right, yes, it did. Shut up. All right. Let's see. For things coming up, Wednesday night. Oh, wait. So you're on. Do you have anything coming up that you should people should be aware of?
I'm actually doing a science cafe with the MDI Biological Laboratory in Maine on Monday. And other than that, I am writing a book. So I occasionally peek my head up and talk to people.
You go outside and talk to people?
Well, I didn't say I go outside.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Okay. That's understandable.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I just want to say that Wednesday night, coming up on the 12th, me and Tim and Dave, my partners in crime on Three Tortured Souls, we will be appearing on the Paranormal Brew podcast or live stream as guests. We're probably going to just take over the show and just talk about whatever we want to talk about because Taryn can't really stop us. And then Saturday,
He was in the chat.
oh, she was. Scratch that. March 15th. So next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, I will be presenting to the to FACT, which is the Philadelphia Association for Critical Thinking in Philadelphia. I'm going to be doing a presentation for them guys about I'm going to do my TikTok video explanation presentation, which I did at SciCon for their workshop. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then
Wait, are you going down there?
no, I'm
Oh.
doing it via Zoom. I'm
Got
not going
Okay.
down later than the month
Okay,
after.
all right.
But that's it for now. So with that, everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy the time off if you have off. If you have to work,
Yeah, it sucks.
get through it and just
Yeah.
have fun, relax afterwards. And then we will see you
Oh,
next
yeah, and we
week.
spring forward. Don't forget to spring forward.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow night?
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's
Saturday
like
and
Sunday
Sunday.
morning at 2
Something
a.m.
like
or
that.
something. Like, who's up at that time?
I hope my phone just changes.
It
'Cause
will.
I hate
Your
doing
phone
that
will
shit.
change. It'll be the electronics in the house that does.
I need everything done for me.
Really?
All right.
Kenny.
Whatever. All right, everyone. See you guys later
Yeah.
and have fun. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey, diddle diddle, here's a little riddle. Who's the best at bunker? Is it Kenny Biddle? Oh, he's good, not just a little. Not at the bottom or even the middle. Strike a chord like a fiddle. Tasting the rainbow like a skittle. That's fragile and brittle. You can watch him take a problem and start to riddle the problem away. He does not play. He takes his job so seriously. He loves a challenge and won't turn you away. It's such a skeptic. He keeps those believers exposing the fake. It wouldn't take him long to find a needle in hay. Use a magnet, damn it. Now take a drink of Kenny's specialty. Someone may say that's not for me. To each their own, what will be. Man, Kenny's such a skeptic, drinking skeptical tea. Like and subscribe, everybody turn notifications on. And go watch his show and forget about this song. Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy. Can you remember? You'll like Kenny better, so head to the Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle.
after party.
Hey guys, don't
What's
let me do anything for you.
Oh, I was playing a guilt trip here. I love it. I love it. There she is, right there. Beep, boop,
I'm over here.
All right. The after party is when we play the dice game. We play the dice game that we totally stole from Richard Saunders and the Skeptic Zone podcast, because he does this after every show and he's been doing it for years. And I totally stole the idea because I liked it. And this time we're going to use not only a 6-sided die. What happens is that you guys, Malachi's already picking numbers. He must be really extra psychic tonight. You guys get to pick numbers. I'm going to roll the dice. You can pick it. We'll give it like 15, 20 seconds, and then I'll reveal to see if anyone is actually psychic. And this time around, I'm all happy. I've had this for a while, and I should have been using it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my dice roller, my 3D printed Avengers Tower dice roller. Isn't this the shit or what? I love this. Look, watch, ready? There it is.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
I gotta. There it is. That's. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. So here we go. Here we
So
go.
wait, you're just using a 6-sided?
So I'm gonna use a 6-sided. Yeah.
All right, and they just have to pick a number.
Pick a number. That's. Yep. You good?
Yeah. Do you have to
confused?
write them down? I don't know what you're doing.
No.
Oh.
I'm doing what we do every time. Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna pick. There's no prizes or anything
Oh,
for
okay.
this.
Oh, okay.
So all right, here we go.
All right.
You get to
here
see.
we go.
You get to see the top of the tower. All right. Let me see. Give it a little countdown.
And the numbers are coming in. We got 3, 4, 4, 5, 3, 6,
Mine is a turn.
4,
That's awesome.
4,
Ooh, okay.
5.
Give it 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
4.
And it's a 4.
Ah,
It is a
there's a lot of
4.
4s in there.
We got
There's
some
a
psychics
lot of
tonight.
4s.
I love it.
Must be the moon.
Oh, shit.
Is it full night? Yeah, right.
Full moon, baby. All right, here we go. We're gonna go on number 2 here. Number two.
All
Here
right.
we go. Going in
Here
the
we
chute,
go.
and it is rolled.
Julie started 2.
Julienne's got a 2. Dun,
Oh,
dun.
no.
Woohoo! Sort of psychic time. Dun, dun.
2. Wait,
See.
it's going too fast. 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Blast
1,
off!
6.
Nudity.
2.
I love it.
Looks like there's a lot of 1s.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, no, I see 1, 1, 2, 6, 2. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is it?
Number 5.
5.
It's a
Oh,
5.
You guys sucked at that one. Jade Kitten, I think, got it. Chris Williams got it. Malachi, maybe.
All right,
All right, let's try again.
let's try again. Ready? Here we go.
Wait, we should put a comment out there so I know when to start. All
Um,
right.
after crap.
LOL, I put out there. All right.
All right, it
Get your
rolled.
numbers. Get your numbers in.
Make sure you can't see the reflection in my glasses. I don't want no cheaters. All right,
All right.
let's see.
2, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cheater.
3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Looks like 3.
3 is
3, 2, 3. A
Hmm.
lot of 3s.
A lot of 3s. Another 3. All right. All right. 5 more
right.
seconds. 4,
Reveal.
3, 2, and 1. A 6.
Oh, you guys sucked at that one.
6.
That's really bad.
Y'all lost your psychic powers.
It's really, really bad.
You used them up on the first 2.
Yeah.
All right. Last one.
All
Here we
right,
go.
all right,
Here we go. Hold on.
let's try
Donna's going to
again.
put her comment in
So
so that you can, and her comments come under my name, just so you know.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
There you go. Love you. Oh, that's nice.
All
Here we
right.
go.
We got 7. You didn't even roll yet.
I didn't even roll it. I just rolled it. There it is.
7's not even on there. 3, 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, 1,
Dun, dun,
2.
dun, 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 boom. All right. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, a 3,
5,
a 2,
4.
and a 1.
I think
Here we
it's-
go.
I think it's gonna be a 5.
You think it's going to be a 5?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's a 5.
Oh, you
Look at
got
that.
it back, guys! Woo, 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 woo.
Good job. Good job.
You're really psychic tonight. I'm gonna look up the moon phase just to check it.
Okay. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do. I really haven't sat down. I know I said it once before where I had a plan and then I totally forgot the plan. But I'm going to do, I know that I'm going to do, I have 4. I have 4 that I want to do giveaways. And I want to do one for the YouTube members that are watching. Like I'm going to pick a month and just announce it ahead of time so that if ever anybody want to get into that drawing, you just have to be a member and I'll go through the members list and I'll do one of those. I do want to do, I think maybe like a maybe just a show giveaway, just one show, and I'll just have one where I'm like, all right, we're gonna figure something out. I have to figure some kind of trivia or something out. And then 2 I want to do for auctions to raise money for both. One for CFI, since I work here and they do a lot for me, so I want to try to help give back. And then one for children's cancer. So we're going to do something like that. But I have to work out the details. And somebody did reach out and give me a good website that helps me. I don't know, manage the donations so that when we do like the raffle for like CFI and for the children's cancer will be donations to the facilities or the organizations themselves. So it doesn't go through me. So you don't have to worry about me handling any money or anything like that. It just goes directly to them. But there's sites out there that you can set it up where I'll get notified that people donate it. And it won't be a certain amount. It's just whatever, but then that becomes a raffle ticket. And
okay, so if they make a donation and they get a
Right,
raffle ticket
right.
to the raffle.
that way the organization benefits
That's a good idea.
from it, and I don't have to worry about handling any money or transferring anything like
that's
that.
a good
And
idea.
you know that it went right to them.
All right.
So yeah, I got to work on that and hammer out the details and get that ready, and then we'll get to it. But they're done. I mean, they're made, so it should be fun to. I'm excited to get them out to people so that they can hang them up or anything. That's pretty much what it should be. It's just like a wall decoration.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you like it. So, all right, with that, we're going to get out of here because Donna's tired. I'm kind of beat. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, honestly, after, because it's kind of been.
9 minutes till hour 4. Really? Really, Kevin?
She got a point.
Oh.
We can play one more song. Come on, we got to stay
You gonna
9
play
minutes.
what?
We got to play. We got to stay for just 8 more minutes.
You gonna play
No, six
another
more
game?
minutes.
How about we
I
spin the
think.
wheel?
You want to spin the wheel with the people that are still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to pick a word that they have to type in. Something easy.
How-
Bed.
Bed.
B-E-D.
There you go.
Type
Everyone
in bed.
type in bed, and we will go through and we'll pick another winner of all those that stayed for the after party.
You get to spin the wheel then.
Ain't no party like the after party.
There we go. There's one.
There's one. Here we
There's a whole
go.
bunch coming in now. Wait till we get a full screen. Keep
Yep.
typing in. You can
Keep
type
typing in
whatever
it.
you
Yeah,
want.
keep typing over and over. Here we go. All right, it's filling my screen. So
Ready?
ready?
I'll tell you when to
You
stop.
say.
Ready? Stop.
Jay Kitten, yeah. All right, you get a spin. Unfortunately, hope that you don't get Z Baggins.
Yeah, no more
Here we go.
Z tonight because we can't respin.
Ba-dum, Bum, bum,
We need
ba-da.
some music or something. Yeah.
Oh no! Keep going! Yes!
Oh.
Ooh,
Co-host.
co-host.
What's that? She gets to come on the show.
That means that if you want to, you get to come on the show with me for an open mic night, and you can stay as long as you want and just be here on the show.
Just hang out.
Yeah. Co-host. Woohoo! First time. Is that okay? Is that something you'd be willing to do? I know not everyone is comfortable with that, but is that something you might want to do? Because that would be fun.
Yeah.
You could talk. We
If
could
not, we can
discuss.
spin again.
Yeah, it's up to you. Because I do know that not everybody is comfortable with that. So we'll see. We'll see what she says. Co-host.
That's
I'd like to be co-host with me. I am co-host with me all the time. I was telling you, there's a segment in my new video where I talk to myself. It's fun. I edited it pretty good. As long as I don't have to be on camera. No, you don't have to be. I mean, you can come on with just audio and like a profile picture. That's all. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So your icon, whatever icon that you pick, we'll set it up. How about this? We'll set it up beforehand. You can pick a day. We can talk about it when you want to come on. And then we'll pick a day to do it beforehand. And that way we'll get you set up with like a profile picture so it'll come up on screen. Because it'll be like this. So that's Donna's screen. And it'll come up like that with just the icon.
My camera's not on.
Yeah. So we can do that. How's that? Well, there you go. Cool. We'll do that. I'm looking forward to it. Just let's see. What do I have coming up? So I have a lecture next week. So we have a show. Did this. Yeah, I know. I'm just looking to see what
kill 5 minutes. Oh, come on.
That's right. That's right.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, sure. See, she's coming on. That's awesome. I can't wait.
All right, guys, have any questions?
Jade Kitten's been around. She's been with us since like almost the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a question for you.
Oh, okay. Kenny, one of your images in your break videos, you have a black eye. What is the story behind that?
Black eye.
Black eye? Do I have a black eye? Or is it just like a scar? Well, now I have a scar, but what happened? I think the dog did it.
I don't
think
know
the
what
dog
you're
hit
talking
me.
about. Oh, you had a cut on your head?
Cut, yeah, because I was playing with the dog and she went like that and it actually cut.
It's probably her nail.
Yeah, it cut into my eye. So I have a spot on top of my eyebrow, and now it's a scar now. I have a little notch
It
in
looked
my.
like he had a black eye.
Oh.
I'll have to go back and I don't even.
I'll have to
know
go back and look.
Yeah, I don't know the pictures because usually we're not watching it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I had a black eye. It's been a while
It
since
could
I
just
had.
be a shadow of something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to watch it when we're off the air.
Yeah.
Couple minutes. 3 minutes to go. At least by my clock, we got 3 minutes to go. Any questions?
Yeah, questions.
Anything else? Let's see.
No,
Maybe it's
guys,
a picture,
I
but
wanna
it
make
looked
it-
like you had a black. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like trying to think. What did I have?
We're trying to squeeze out hour 4.
Because it's been a while since I've been in a fight. Like a long time. I miss those
I'm
days.
sure you didn't have a black eye.
Yeah. Better play the video again to check.
That's what he's gonna do.
No, I'm just gonna play the outro video, and then actually no, I'll play your song again. No, we'll play Tim Vickers' song, and then we'll head out. We'll use that for our outro because we already played the outro. How about that? That's
All
cool.
right, that's
All right.
fine.
So everyone have a great night, great weekend.
Yeah, I'm
and
feeling much better. Thank you.
we will see you.
64 and a half was the first year of the Mustang.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. All
Any
right.
investigations coming up?
Do I? Oh, now
I
you're
don't
taking
know.
questions. You wanted me to stop, and now
Asking
you're taking questions.
Well, we didn't hit the.
Do I have any
hour yet.
investigations coming up? Nothing scheduled. Nothing scheduled. I'm trying to catch up on everything. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, like the video that I've been working on that I just finished today has taken way longer than I wanted it to. So I'm trying to catch up on the rest of the projects that's this whiteboard here. Excuse me, I had to burp again. Whew.
Michael wanted his song played. Does Michael have a song?
I don't have it set up yet. I can't.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do it because I can't just play audio. Well, I can, but I don't have it set up in here yet because it would just be a blank screen for like
Haven't I
2
said
minutes or
not
something.
Tim's song?
What? Not
Tim's song.
not Tim's song? Oh no, that's a question. I think she's saying like not Tim's song. I don't know.
The newest song.
The new song.
What's the newest?
What's the newest here?
Max says, yeah, the newest song.
The newest song.
Did you do one after Tim's?
I have Tim's, Donna, and Tim, and me, and that's all I have. I don't have a new song yet. What are you talking about, Kat?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What you talking about, Wills?
What are you talking about, Will? What?
What are you talking? Now, see, we're getting into. She's stalling. I know she's just stalling.
Officially 4 hours. Thank you.
Yeah, the
Somebody
newest
said he
song.
did.
Why do you
11,
keep
10,
saying the
11,
newest
yeah.
song? Which song?
Love different strokes.
Ugh. You were saying that you were
The one
going to
I
play
have
the
is
outro
it.
again, so I was saying not Tim's. Oh, the newest is Michael's song. Oh, that's the one I'm talking about. Like I don't have that set up yet.
Oh.
So he did and we can't play that yet because it's for hour 5. Tim's song takes care of hour 3 and 4 because it literally says 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna use Tim's song as the outro right now, and I'll try and work on Michael's song so that we can get some video to it and then play it.
I can't make it to hour 5, guys. There's no
Yeah.
way.
She can't do it. She can't do it.
No.
All right. Have fun. See you guys next week.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Because there's his name, moderating is the game. Pinch hitting while Donna's away. He's a tortured soul with a single goal to keep the chat trolls at bay. Let's the show go into hour 3 or 4. But if you really will show you the door. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured out. You've been figured. Tim loves physics, history, animals, and a good mystery. Misconceptions he loves to slay. He's an easygoing chap, comfortable in a tiara or a cat. Cat skeptical talks all day. Let the show go into hour 3 or 4. But if you really will show you the door. You've been figured.